definitely started over. Now we're actually recording episode 40. No, Anthony, 57 of the ADLR podcast. Adam makes me nervous. That's the problem, dude.
All right, start it over again.
Yep. We have actual talent here, so it makes me nervous. Oh, this is the ADLR Podcast, episode 57, joined by Bryant De La Rosa and Adam Kelsey. Our first guest, I think. Well, first Brian was a guest, and then Kelsey. Okay. What is happening? Oh my goodness. What is happening?
My Discord just crashed. What happened?
Turn the camera back on now?
Yeah, turn the camera back on.
Like, I'm sitting here, and then all of a sudden the voice is cut out, and Discord just goes away, so I don't know.
And I panicked and swapped scenes without changing the stinger. So the intro to this podcast just happened randomly. As you can see, this is a shit show. Oh my god. The
roof is gonna cave in now.
What the hell was I? Oh yeah. Guest Adam Kelsey, brother of Brian Kelsey, who will be joining us later somehow in some manner. There he is. Oh, okay. Anyway. Yeah, if you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/ADLRplays or donate to Extra Life at extralife.adlrplays.com, where the proceeds on my page go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. And as always, if you want to submit a topic for us to talk about in future episodes, you can go to topics@adlrplays.com. All right, now that we're done with all the beginning garbage. That's not garbage.
Several times now.
Yeah, I think this is probably technically the third time.
Anthony keeps fucking up.
First of all, your camera messed up the first one of the times, so partially you're to blame.
Yes.
He's just waving his hand. Is he like throwing up gang
He's trying
signs?
to sell somebody a car. Why is he using
Apparently,
his hand
you
movements?
release updates to Comcast, Anthony, in the middle of streaming.
I released updates to Comcast?
He said you released updates to Comcast in the middle of streaming.
I don't know how that makes any sense. What? What does that mean?
Happening. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Anyway. So yeah, this is going to be a short and sweet one because I did absolutely nothing this week in terms of consuming anything new, any reviews or stuff like that. It's going to be both Brian's reviewing JoJo and Fire Emblem.
Oh, I'm doing JoJo. He's not doing JoJo.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't watch fucking Spider-Man. Like,
Oh,
watch
you're right.
Shazam, not Spider-Man.
Yeah, how do you watch what?
Your brother's trash, Adam. Look at your brother.
What happened?
Look at your brother right now. Aren't you disgusted? Just look at him.
I can't see through walls.
That piece of shit watched Shazam before Spider-Man.
Which Spider-Man?
It
new one?
doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't even matter, dude. He hasn't seen the ones with Tom Holland. He's like, let me watch Shazam and Captain Marvel instead.
Why?
I'm gonna loan you money for a harpoon gun. I want you to shoot it at him.
All right. Send it over.
It's en route. I guess I'll start with a guest today. Adam, did you watch, hear anything new this week that you want to give your stamp of approval or disapproval or disgusting stamp on?
Like movie-wise?
Movie,
Or game-wise?
TVs, games, anime, music, anything you consume that's, you like to air out. Maybe you saw a garbage anime episode and you want to get your frustrations out. This would be the place.
So I started watching Blackish on Hulu. That show is fucking hilarious.
That's the one with Anthony Anderson, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's really good. And
I've seen commercials for that, and I'm like, is this like a cash-in kind of thing, or it's like consistently funny, or is this got his moments?
no, I think I'm on season 2, and I've been enjoying it the whole time.
Okay. How many seasons is it?
I mean, I don't know. I think about 4, maybe.
Oh, okay, not so bad. But I'm assuming it's like 24 episodes of 20 minutes, 23 minutes.
Let's see. There's 5 seasons, 118 episodes, 22 minutes each.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
It's good though. Like if you want something like lighthearted and funny to watch, it's a good one to have.
Oh, okay. Then I'll add that to the massive backlog I got.
You
I
still
still
have
have.
fucking finish kidding, you whore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kidding is really good. If Adam, if you, I don't know if you're not listening to this podcast, but there's a show on Showtime. Yeah, Showtime. Uh,
Isn't it
it's
Netflix?
What's it called?
Kidding.
Kidding with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey has a show, and it's pretty
I think
good.
his thing crashed again. He looks
Oh,
like he's
yeah.
about to sneeze.
Yeah. What is up with today's show, dude? Oh my god. I don't know if I can message him.
He's frozen in time, dude.
Somebody clip this, dude. This man's. I think he's traveling through.
He's reached euphoria. He's between coming and then not and being dry down there. He's at the apex of the nut.
Oh my god. He's getting it in, dude. Oh, I can't. Let me see if I can message him real quick. Start it over. Oh shit. What am I on here? There he goes.
Keep
He's
talking, you slut. I don't know what to do.
Brian blue screen. Oh my god, dude. What a show. Episode 57 is gonna go down in the books as Captain Shit Show, dude. Damn
You grabbed your phone to message him, and I grabbed my phone and just loaded up my mobile game.
What mobile game at this point?
Epic 7.
Oh, okay. Is that like the Magnificent Seven? Like you're
No.
saving a village from marauders?
It's like a gacha, like Asian RPG game.
I'm gonna keep it there. I was gonna swap over to this. Oh my god. Oh, now I have to because he left. Dang it. Oh, let me take off power sec. I don't need that. Okay. What are we talking about? Well, I guess when he comes back, he can.
Kidding to him.
Yeah. Well, I guess he
and he got stuck in time pre-nut. You know when the Ancient One knocks Doctor Strange's spirit out of his body?
Yeah.
That's what happened. He nutted his spirit out of his body.
Alright, let's see what we got. Oh my god, dude.
What up, fam?
Turn
Hello.
your camera on already.
Fam.
Yeah, your camera, please.
Okay.
Oh my god, we just had a good fucking 3-minute laugh.
About what?
Well, when you blue screen, I guess it froze Adam in a certain frame, and it looks like
Well.
he was 33 milliseconds away from nutting. It was fantastic. All right,
Sounds fantastic.
thank you. What the hell? Oh, he was talking about Blackish, and then we were talking about kidding to him. I don't know if he ended up
Gotcha.
looking it up or what the state is there.
Yeah, he said, "Let me look it up," and then he just came into and froze time itself.
He searched the Milky Way wishes of time to see if it was on Showtime. Well, I think that's what he was looking up. I guess we gotta move along here. I guess, right?
Which way do we move?
I don't
We're getting
know.
Rotating guests.
Yeah. And this is Bryant Kelsey joining us.
Can you,
Brandon's
can
gonna
you hear
walk out and just vomit
when you guys
behind
talk, can you hear it? Because I have it over there.
Hello, testing live 111. No, I don't hear myself.
All right, you talk while we're talking to see if we can hear it through it.
Can you
Yo,
hear
hi,
that?
Okay,
We're talking over the
Yeah.
same thing.
this is great audio content.
Yeah, no, okay. No, we can't. This is probably the worst, best show.
Yeah, this is good. This is the episode about nothing, dude.
I
Okay.
need Randall to come out and talk about a cock not being long, and then this is. And we reach the end, dude. We need to talk about Trailer Park Boys where someone flips in a car and the drink is still filled.
The thing is, when I saw it, it was better when I saw it than when I was in my head. Like, he explained it and it made me laugh really hard, and then I saw it, and then that was even funnier.
All right, let me grab dinner, and then Adam and I should be able to sit down and just talk. We may have to just share the mic though, like. 'Cause I don't actually have another. Well, I have another microphone, but it's not. I don't know where all the people are.
Okay. So they can hear us, Brian, so we can't make fun of them. Well, I guess we can, and just mute them afterwards so they can't
Kelsey's a
respond.
tight ass.
Okay. All right. So, Brian, I guess we'll save, because you guys are both going to talk about Fire Emblem. What did you do this week, I guess? Moving on to this week besides Fire Emblem.
All right, what happened? All right, Tuesday last week we did this, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
think what the fuck did I do Wednesday? I streamed.
Did we stream together? Yeah, we streamed Overwatch. Last week was our Overwatch addiction starting.
We can talk. I can talk about Overwatch. I'm not gonna. Why am I gonna write it in if we're just? I will write it in. I just want to have it on.
Yeah, I
there.
forgot we played Overwatch a bit after
2 days consecutively.
After the hiatus that we had. What was the last season that we looked up? Or did I
10
play
out
after
of
you?
17.
Yeah, I think 10 was the latest one for us too. And jumping back into Overwatch, I go try the new, not new anymore, the old characters before Sigma comes out, because Sigma caught my interest and I wanted to try him. What's up, Brian? Why are you making that face?
I'm trying to think if he's out already now or if they're gonna
This
wait
week?
longer. I don't know because he was in the PTR when they last week. He was in the PTR. I don't remember how early they go from PTR to playable in game. I don't.
I think it's like 2 weeks, but I don't.
Okay, 'cause
I don't know for sure.
That's how you know you do good character design as a company. When I went from, if someone showed me the game, there would be a bullet hole immediately on frame 1, and the character was so well done that I started playing the game again. Without him even being playable.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the meta or what is viable or not, and what have you. We just joined in, played Mystery Heroes for the whole time, and Mystery Heroes is still fun. I got to try out the new characters because they were randomly given to me. Hammond is funnish stuff. That is a fun character. Just swing around and just troll enemies, pushing them out of the way. I think it does damage too, but having him roll around is awesome. Him shooting over and over until his weapon is, I think, overheat, or maybe they just reload.
It's a clip.
It's a clip? Okay, so it's a reload. It's satisfying to just gun down guys. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it just feels good. His animations are, I guess, animation across the board. In the Overwatch is pretty fluid. Ash is my new my new addition to the High Noon family. McCree and Ash are the fun as heck still to play. It's so satisfying to hit those hit scan shots. I still couldn't get down the throwing the dynamite and aiming at it in the middle of a battle because it's too hectic for me to, So I just try to place it in a certain area where I think people are going to run to and try to catch those reads. What's her other move? That shotgun that blows her away. That's great for getting the heck out of there. It helped me like multiple times because it pushes them back too.
Right.
Yeah, just shooting her rifle is super satisfying.
The zoomed in shot when I landed makes me fucking rock steady down there.
Yeah, I agree. So an immediate yes for Ash. And then who's the last character?
Baptiste.
Yes, he was also. I still haven't gotten him.
him.
I still haven't gotten him down because I don't know how to use his abilities properly or when to use it. But he's fun. He's fun to play too. The grenade launcher for healing is very satisfying. It's just all those characters are just satisfying to play. Even Hammond, I thought Hammond was the one I was like, I'm not gonna like swinging around like a crazy person. But like on Hanamura, you can just attach yourself to the middle gate and just swing like a clock and just nope, you're not getting in. And it's just fun to do. They can knock you out, and you take like less damage while you're in that ball mode, which is great to just run in there and push stuff around.
That's the only character I didn't like out of the 3. The order you talked about him in, the opposite order is the order in which I liked him. Baptiste is my favorite. Just because, I mean, he's with this fucking invuln thing, he's good for when you want to actually start the push as a team because no one's going to die. That's what I kept doing.
For places like Hanamura where you have one point of entry and you need to get through, so that'd be great to drop it right there, push people away, do some damage, push people away,
My
whatever
strat
have
still
you.
works on that map.
What's up?
Give me Reinhardt. My strat keeps working where if I'm Reinhardt and I'm on attack and it's Hanamura, I'm going to dash in there just so you know that I'm willing to do that. And it worked. Everybody got on the point.
I mean, we tried to get on the point. Like, it's like you clear the what is it? You part the sea? You part the Red Sea, and then we try it, but you die before we get there because it's on mouse and keyboard, so they snipe you from 3 million miles away. and then the water just consumes us. Sorry.
No, we after I did that and I stood on the point, then like 3 people came on and we captured before I came back.
I must have been on the respawn screen as always. So
I was gonna say I went from absolutely hating the game, and it took 7 seasons of not playing the game and being really bad at the game to realize that.
I think I just missed it. That's all. I got playing. I'm like, oh, I enjoyed it. I remember playing this. When I played it, I remember all the good things. Like we haven't played an actual match. We just played arcade modes. But I'm assuming if we like queued up with the new role stuff we haven't tried out yet, like queuing up attack, defense, or healing, I'm sure that's when the negativity will probably come back. But playing the arcade modes, still great. Mystery Heroes is fine.
I don't know if it's that I missed it. I don't know. It's like I have a whole new light now that I'm trash at the game. Like before, me and Javi used to like placement matches, we'd be in plat.
Oh, so there's expectations when you get into a match, and now you're like, I don't know what the heck the meta is. So I don't know if we're doing something wrong.
I don't know what they changed on people. Torbjorn comes at you with his mouth.
Yeah, like everyone has different ults. Some people have like revamped ults and stuff. Like, man, that's the kind of updates I wish other games got. You know, I'm not gonna start here. All right.
That's what I would different game. That's what I wanted. Maybe that's why I liked it, because it was a new like perspective on the game. Because I went from good and trying to play to get better to just playing it. They just turn your brain off, get loot.
Mm-hmm.
It might have felt new because I've been waiting for Dragon Ball to give me new content, and I just had to sit with this stupid little Goku that clearly wasn't designed to be fucking balanced. So it's just been, I think, a craving of something new. Maybe that's what it was. But I actually, with the mindset of me playing it now, I actually was enjoying my time playing the game.
Yeah, I was expecting like for us to jump in there and like 2 matches and be like, nope, we're done here. Mm-hmm. Forget the skins. There's a bunch of new skins that are added. I'm like, oh, I need to open some loot boxes, dude, or at least level to get some loot boxes.
They try to win me over too. I got 2 legendaries in 2 days. I think the same day I got a gold money, and then I got the seasonal skin for Mercy that I wanted from like when I used to play, and they gave it to me. I was like, all right.
I think this is the last week too for that next skin, because we got Maze last week, so there's a new one this week. We have to win 9 we have to get all the wins.
Are we doing that?
Probably, yeah. So tomorrow we'll probably be streaming Overwatch to get those skins, dude.
All right. So do you guys want to hear the real reason I brought Adam down here?
Go for it, man. What's up?
He's pregnant.
So that we could perfect our duo of Ness and Lucas. Take you guys on when you come down.
Oh my god, dude!
I want to see you try to up A when you're in my arms getting clotheslined by my incinerator.
Yo, I don't think you understand what you just said. It's now 2-on-2, and you guys aren't going to see anything but a yellow cape hit your mouth. All right, and you're going to be like, "What happened? I'm on the other side of the map." I can't start right now. Let me calm down.
Lariat, and it's going to say KO on incinerator.
Oh my gosh!
If he's gonna cape you because you're trying to recover, and I'm gonna dive off the level to just hit you with a clothesline.
His recovery's not great, but it's gonna be worth it. Speaking of that,
let you guys have Randall as an extra player. I mean,
yo, his cloud is nice, bro. Okay.
It's nice as a cell, dude.
Oh snap!
Did Bryant tell you what he said earlier?
No,
he was telling me that I should get a hitbox, and I was like, "What the hell would I need a hitbox for?" And he goes, that you could body Randall. And I said, I only need half a controller to body Randall. I don't think I need the joystick.
You can guess what I responded with.
A Glock?
No, I say, ooh.
Oh, okay. I thought you should, 'cause every time Brian, and having a messaging app with Brian is just, hey, you respond to him. You say something to him, and he responds with some form of gun. No, I think it's just guns at this point. It used to be dogs and guns, or guns, and then he'll find a picture with a gun and a dog, and then now it's just got a random thing with a gun.
He must hate you then, because he and I actually have conversations.
I don't know.
That's how we have conversations. Yeah. I say something to him, he'll respond with like what I want him to respond with, and then I'm like, I bet, or I say something like yeah, and then he just ends the conversation with a gun aiming at me. So
sometimes Randall like sends us pictures or says something vague, and I was like, I just have to send him a gun. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Brian will be our armory, dude. Oh my! I don't think you understand what's gonna happen, you guys. You said the wrong things at the wrong time, Kelsey. Like that's it now. My Mario's gonna be in that lab to the point where you're gonna be like, it's gonna say start and then game in 2 seconds.
Anthony's not even gonna pick his main Joker. He's gonna pick Mario, his side character, to beat you.
But it's gonna be dirty, dude. And then I'm gonna pick Captain Falcon to wait for you at the ledge, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, just hit him with up B." Nah, fam, my legs coming down with that axe kick so hard, dude. Oh no.
You're gonna be like, "What does immaculate spacing look like?" And then I pick my Marth, and you know what that is.
And I think Hero's gonna be out by then because it's today. So not Hero,
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, it's in the fall. I don't know when fall ends. November, I guess.
When fall ends,
Yeah.
fall ends like in January, dude.
Gee, fall ends in January?
Like in the beginning of January.
Yeah, then you're skipping a whole season. You know that, right?
Florida doesn't have 4 seasons.
Fall ends? Yeah, because winter starts like in the end of December, early January. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. Winter date. Let's look up winter. Saturday, December 21st is when winter starts.
21.
Florida?
The world, guys. Like that's what I'm looking at here. I told you it was near the end, and then it ends March 19th.
Interesting. I always thought it was from like the end of November to February.
You're making me feel dumb. I knew it was the end of December. The heck?
It used to be the end of November to February.
Oh, okay.
Global warming.
It's real.
Shake your chair so Loki falls off.
Can you
What?
hear him okay?
Nah, he sounds kind of far and muffled a bit.
Get out of here.
You're a lot kinder than I am to animals. Oh my gosh. What were we talking about? Oh, the garbage trash talk this man was talking to us. That's what derailed everything.
I don't know that you guys are actually coming through to desktop.
How can you hear us?
Then how are you hearing us?
Yeah, I meant sorry on my.
Oh, on your stream. Got it.
Oh, there we go.
Did you have it muted or something?
He had OBS turned off.
No, OBS was on.
He had a YouTube
I
up.
had the, OBS was listening for the headphones because that's what's set as default right now, and I everything else. I switched everything else over to.
You might have to keep it close to your mouth because we can hear some of it, but then once you start going lower, it doesn't pick up the voice.
You go lower.
Yeah, maybe after the stream when you go to I can't. Nope.
Brazzers.
So we're going.
Brazzers.com
Right.
/ADL.
It's
Support
Pornhub.
the kids.
It's Pornhub. All right, Pornhub community, dude. That's how you get. And then I make an OnlyFans.com website, and then it's only like $2 for nudes. Anyway, this is family friendly stream.
Trash talking. For the 4 minutes here, we're gonna perfect our Nest Lucas combo and then whoop their ass.
Adam, I hope you can hear me, because not only am I gonna school you in Stadia.
Oh yeah, he's still got his heart on for Stadia.
It's not only Stadia, Kelsey. It's just cloud gaming, dude.
That's that cloud gaming service that I was talking about that Google's offering.
Why do you like? I don't understand.
I know you don't understand, because I'm sure Kelsey butchered every single aspect of it. That's why you don't understand. I need to say it louder. We didn't get that.
Well, you're not wrong.
Oh, see? I knew it.
Kelsey, you can take off the noise gate that's in Discord if you want. That way you'll always be broadcasting.
Yeah, we gotta move this along. We're already halfway. Not halfway. We're half an hour in. Oh, snap. So, Brian, JoJo's Bizarre... Oh, no, wait. Hold on. Before we even start that. Adam, we were talking about kidding. Did you look up kidding? Before... No, it blue screen, so he couldn't. So, yeah, basically, it's Jim Carrey's show. It's like a... He plays a... What is it? Mr. Rogers character, Brian? Like a Mr. Rogers type of character. And then... But he has like a very... Not sad. I guess depressing life in the background, and it's him juggling the two personalities because he has to be someone on camera and then deal with what happened to him in his life in the back end, not back end, like in the off camera. So I highly recommend this one. I haven't finished it. Brian finished it, recommended it to me. I saw like the first 2 episodes, and I'm already like sunken in. Like it's great.
It's a game of the year, dude.
Should be good at the double personalities. I mean, he played me, myself, and Irene.
Exactly. Like you can see it coming out in a way. It's not like that extent. It's not that like different ends of the spectrum. Like he's not like super crazy on screen, but it's pretty dope. I guess we can start with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Do you guys watch JoJo at all? Adam or okay? So Brian, this is all you. Dude.
I would have expected Adam to watch it. He's an anime cultured kind of guy.
Anime culture.
I mean, it's one of the things that we want to. One of the things I want to watch. Just haven't bothered to. We've got other stuff.
Because you're like, let me watch Captain Marvel instead of Spider-Man. That's why. You piece of shit. Look at him smiling. Oh yeah, so this is the part 5. It's they don't call it like season 5 or whatever. They call them part whatever because each season follows a different group of people and different plot for the most part. Okay. This one takes place in Italy. I don't remember the time, but it's back in the day somewhat, I think.
They don't put time. Like, did they mention it at all, or are you just assuming by like?
I forget the times.
Okay.
I believe they have years.
I know Javi's, and I think Javi's probably in here, right? He can probably confirm with us.
No, he's not even in.
Oh, he's not even in. What? Where's the boy?
Below. He's doing below.
Oh snap! Okay, go for it.
So yeah, the whole point of this season is somebody has poor upbringing. He wants to. The main character, Giorno is his name, wants to join a gang or mafia to rank all the way up and become the mob leader to do good for the world.
So he wants to basically be like a good Samaritan version of a mob.
Because he's seen like the mob like destroy families or destroy people with money or in drugs and things like that. So he wants to be basically a positive version of that.
But is he rising? Is he rising in the ranks of a bad mafia to turn it good, or is he starting his own, or like what?
Like there's one really big mafia called Passion.
Okay.
Is the name of it.
All right.
And it's like the biggest mafia in Italy.
Okay.
And he wants to join it and basically make
and then change it from the inside.
Mm-hmm. He meets a character named Bruno, who is a capo, which is a high-ranking officer in there, and he gets recruited through him, and then the rest of the series starts.
And it's him basically trying to turn the tide of all the members to be good, so then they can put him as lead. Got it. I can kind of see where the trajectory is, and where the
that's the very vague story. Like halfway through, the plot changes. Halfway through, the plot changes into a specific kind of. I don't know if I'd call it a like a whodunit, but they're after someone specific at like somewhere midpoint, and that's the vague part of the story. The characters, there's only one character I think that I was just tired of from the beginning. Everybody else was pretty interesting. They all have stands and they all do different things. The main character, Giorno, he can turn any inanimate object into like a living thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he can turn a bullet into a tree, do stuff like that. He can heal you because he can turn things into living things. So he can turn things into living tissue and heal like an arm that got cut or stuff like that.
What the heck? Okay.
There's a bunch of weird stands. Like one of them, is called Sticky Finger. Each stand is named after something as a musical reference. So his is Golden Experience. I don't remember what that's a reference to. The guy Bruno's name, his is called Sticky Fingers, which is a rapper.
Yeah. And
his stand basically punches a zipper, and when he opens it, he like leaves a void in the world, so he can hide it. Like he can go through it. And so let's say you're in the inside of a building, and he punches the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Opens a zipper, goes through it. He's outside the building. Imagine Portal, but with a zipper.
Okay, that make now I'm at first I'm like, what? So it's directly on the opposite side. Too. Like it's relation to the world space. It's not like he doesn't go into like the
upside down. No.
So he doesn't like go into the portal and can come out behind you. It'll be literally the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like Portal then, because Portal you can can go anywhere and come out of the portals.
What I'm saying, he doesn't go into like the nether realm, like into the upside down. It's hard to explain, but that's the basic part of it.
Okay.
And he can use it in other ways. So let's say if someone like cuts your leg off, he can put it back together via the zipper. They combine two things.
What the heck? Okay.
It's a lot of weird stands in the show, but it's entertaining. The plot is entertaining. The main villain, his stand, meh, but he's a cool character. They're not afraid to kill main characters.
That's good.
And even from like, that's the thing I like about JoJo is that no one's really safe. At any point they can Game of Thrones it.
So they don't use plot armor a lot, and it's like if someone's about to die, it's not like, oh, last second Vegeta came in and kicked Krillin in the nose or something.
There's last second stuff, but if they say he's dead, it's not gonna be like, oh, but then he came back from a wish and then spirit bomb. No, he's
okay.
Yeah, if he's still on the brink of life, he can come back. But if they're dead, they're usually dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I liked the season.
Kelsey likes dead.
Near the end, it got really trippy. Like I thought I was on acid while watching.
That's my next question. Like drugs trippy or like?
It's just it has
to do with the visual style, or let me like trippy like things are happening that's
like
weird?
Events that are happening.
Oh, okay. I think like the art style.
It's heavy on the plot. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But it was a strong season. The ending was okay.
Cool.
But it was trippy.
And you said you can watch these out of order, right? Like the parts?
I'd recommend you watch it from beginning because they tie into themselves in some way. So some characters from another part can be seen in the next one sometimes.
Oh, okay. So
and they're just carrying over lore, but each time you're following just a separate group of people.
Okay. Because I want to see the mafioso stuff. You know me.
You'll probably like that season the most. It's up there. The only one.
Is there any time travel like chapters?
There is an end game.
There's people's stands that have to do with manipulating time.
That's true.
And that's all I can really say. Throughout the show, there's some people that can manipulate time.
But I mean, like if the story arc is like centered around time traveling or multiple dimensions, because the mafia stuff already got me. I want to watch this chapter instead of anything else.
If I had to sum it up, part 1 is basically just like a regular anime season, but it's still good. Part 2 is like a passing of the torch, comparing main character to this character. Mm-hmm. Part 3 is when they introduce stands, and that's when the shit gets brazy. Part 4 becomes like a high school thing meets. Part 3 is like a travel the world.
Okay.
For X reason. Part 4 is high school mixed with a whodunit murder case.
Okay, you got me with a murder case.
Part 5 is mafia built earlier.
So 4 and 5 is what I want to watch.
4 to me is the weakest one.
What? It's a murder mystery.
I just really liked the characters from the other ones.
Okay.
But I recommend, if you guys have never watched JoJo, I recommend it up there. I'm not really into anime, but I can vouch for this show. If you've seen part 1 through 4 and like, I don't know about 5, I recommend it. It's pretty strong.
I mean, since we have our anime expert behind Kelsey there, do you have any other recommendations while we're in the anime hour here?
No game, no life.
Yeah, you've mentioned that. I'm asking Adam, the guest of the show here, dude. Don't say no game, no life. I swear to God.
There's also part 2, some game, some life.
I hope he's kidding.
So I haven't really been watching a lot lately.
Matsu no Yaiba. How do you? Hold on.
Matsu
no Yaiba. You have to like have relations with that microphone because it's still cutting in and out.
So, Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah, Kimets.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayers. It's so it's kind of like it's just really good in the fact that like they have backstory and stuff, not half. And this is how he became not worth it. He actually starts off okay. There's actual.
You're cutting in and out, homie. Hold on. You're cutting in and out badly.
Did you take off the lower the sensitivity thing, Kelsey, or no?
Can you hear my sultry voice?
Ooh, yeah. I gotta change my pants, but I'll do that later.
Let me know if it keeps cutting out. But
okay.
The show's really good because it's fast paced in the point that it doesn't spend a lot of time building a backstory and stuff. It gives you a backstory,
it gives you a thing that the main character has like a reason to live, and then like he spends a little bit of time training, and then like they move on, and it's the artwork is really original. Like
it's like a new type of art style, or
yeah, like if you look up their art styles, they have not the anime itself, but like the elementals on the attacks that they do, because it's like sword animations with like water or lightning or whatever. It's really really cool, and it's just good because I like it just because it's fast paced. But the other one that I was watching was, oh crap, I haven't. I want to watch Dr. Stone. Justin's been telling me that one's really good. Or
I've
at
heard
least the
about
manga
that.
is.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah, I think the brief premise is that humanity goes like extinct or turned to stone, and then somebody's reawoken from said people. That's all I know about it.
So there's an anime subreddit that like puts out a weekly thing of the ratings of all the latest anime for the top like 10 or 20.
Okay.
And Dr. Stone's been number 1 for a while now, and it's supposed to be super awesome, but I haven't gone to see it.
So it seems like it's based off the manga as well.
I don't know. I just know that was one of the higher ranked ones. It was like ranked number 1 for a couple weeks in a row, and then the one that Adam was talking about has been top 5 for quite a while.
Somebody's breathing on their mic.
Do what?
Somebody was breathing on their mic.
Oh, probably me.
Whew. All right, so we got 3 there for the animes.
You gotta watch JoJo first.
Watch. It seems like the other ones they're talking about are shorter though, because they're airing, so it's easier to catch up on those.
Yeah, but watch JoJo first.
Okay.
Have you seen you've seen the Goblin Slayer, right?
No, you guys talked about it though. You said like the beginning is
scene.
Yeah, like it starts off pretty dark in the beginning.
It's pretty gruesome in the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it's pretty gruesome in the very beginning, but it's that you just really fall. They have like a lot of character building in it, but you really just fall in love with the way that they set up everything. You know, like you really enjoy. You want to know more about the characters. You really want to like dive into what they do and how they do their stuff and learn more about the world. It's really cool.
Has a lot of like world building stuff. So they actually, it's not like it's like pointless faces in the city. Like they actually have things thought out in each village they visit or something. Or
yeah, I mean there's a lot of different characters that they run into. I mean, there's a couple that they focus on. Obviously the Goblin Slayer, but then like he brings a whole bunch of people together. It's kind of similar to like season 2 of One Punch Man, where people just kind of gravitate towards Saitama. But there's a lot more character building around all of them together, rather than just a little bit about Saitama, and then they're gonna sort of half-ass go into the other characters.
Okay.
This is like they kind of deep dive into all of them, build their character story and their backstory and things as the story progresses, and just it's a fantastic anime.
Okay. And how long is that one? Is that like a season or 2 or something? Or
it's only 1 season right now. I think it's like 12 episodes.
Oh, okay. See, Brian, they're giving me short ones, man. Like,
yeah, but watch JoJo.
I was trying to remember the name. So have you guys seen the time I got reincarnated as a slime?
No.
Okay, you joking? What?
No, that's the anime name.
So there's like this anime, I think it's 24 episodes. It's called like That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It's about this dude who gets stabbed in the street in Japan, and then as he's dying, he's like talking to himself, like making wishes, and then he gets reborn in another world as a literal slime.
Is it this blue slime?
Yeah, like a little slime ball. He's a literal slime.
Oh my god.
When he was dying and he was like, I wish I had done this, or I wish I had that, like the voice of the world or whatever was listening to him and granting him powers as a slime based on what he was talking about. So he gets reborn as this slime, and he has this skill called Predator, which he can like consume people and like take their power level basically.
Okay.
And so he gets born as a slime, and then like he doesn't know anything about the world. He meets this like super legendary dragon that's locked up, and he like eats him, and then becomes the most powerful being in existence, basically. And I mean, not really at that point, but like for being level 1, he's basically level a billion. Like he's crazy strong because of this dragon.
Okay.
But the whole thing isn't about him being crazy strong. It's about him using his powers to world build, and like he starts building a community where like monsters are accepted and they can live together no matter what race you are. And like it has a lot of it's a lot more than just like
Your
I'm
typical
gonna go around and be OP.
Mhm.
He is OP. He's incredibly OP, but you like him because it's fun.
Okay.
And like if you want something really cool to watch that like has more than just let's beat the crap out of people, it's got like world building and politics and stuff. It's a really, really good show.
Okay. And now it says 24 episodes. I'm assuming it's over. The run's over.
I'm assuming they're gonna have a second season. I mean,
Okay.
it was way too good not to have a second season.
Okay.
Famous last words.
Talk about it, Firefly, dude.
Yeah, right. Are we doing that show? I don't think so.
No,
They came
I
out with
don't-
That movie. It's
They-
kind of like our last resort, but
Yeah, and that one was it was all right.
yeah.
Ah, man. All right, cool. We got some anime to add to my backlog. I want to see if I have it on my availability to watch. I'll leave it at that. Anyway,
You do.
are any of those dubbed, or is it all just subbed? Or do we have to? I'm assuming you guys
Okay,
watch it.
so-
You guys watch them all subbed because you watch them as they air. But
Yeah, but I mean, we generally just watch sub because the dubs are
Usually
absolutely
are-
terrible.
yeah,
The dub of No Game No Life, don't do it.
Don't ever do that.
I usually ask because when I'm watching subs, it's hard for me to read and then admire the animation at the same time, especially if they're doing a lot of talking while fighting or something's happening. So I'm like quickly looking down and trying to see, and I'm not a quick reader, so I try
Train
to.
your anime eyes.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, No Game No Life. If it's a problem, watch it in dub. But I
Prefer not to.
I wouldn't. You know.
Don't watch the dub.
Okay, I will then.
Anyone who watches the dub does not respect them.
It's not what it cut out. What?
Anyone who watches that show in dub does not respect themselves. It is so bad. Dude.
Okay.
Like, you have to be a literal masochist to like that. I don't have any other way to explain it. It's terrible.
Same thing with
very first
JoJo when he
episode.
started.
Because like one of the characters is what? Yeah.
8.
I didn't realize she was that young.
Wait.
I thought she was a little older than that, but she's like really young, and the Japanese actresses are really good at doing that whole like
Like young sounding
girly,
voice. Yeah.
11. All right, but that whole like cutesy young girly voice.
Even boys, like some of the female actresses in Japan can do like
Yeah.
young boy voices.
So the dubbed version, they don't even try, or if they do, it's terrible. Like, they're like, oh, well, I just, and you're just like, oh my god, what? Somebody stab my eardrum, please.
So it doesn't sound like an actual kid. It sounds like someone trying to be a kid.
Yeah, it sounds like a, 25-year-old that's playing a high school student.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm cool then. I'll have to watch. I have to
Channing
suck
Tatum?
it up. Channing.
Sounds like Channing Tatum.
My name's Jeff.
That was better acting of him going, my name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
The
So you're Doug. So you're Doug.
So you're Doug? The movie's still funny, dude. Oh my god. Movies that are funny. Transition. Kelsey, you saw Shazam.
I did.
So what do you think? You liked it, or you had fun
The
with it at
guy-
least?
The guy that played Shazam,
Zachary Levi.
amazing job playing a 14-year-old or whatever.
Yep.
Like I honestly thought it was the kid playing the adult, like as an actual adult.
Yep.
The whole mentality mindset was just absolutely incredible.
It was great. Dialogue was on point too. He delivered it as like if it was a kid. It was Zachary Levi hit it on the point. Adam, have you seen Shazam or no? Okay. Well, you should definitely watch. You might enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it was very much like cartoonish comic book
Yeah,
type movie. You know, I didn't really care for
the villain.
how the bad guy
Mm-hmm.
was like. It didn't seem like he was any real threat. You know, he just kind of, sort of was there, didn't really do anything.
He did one thing that got Brian's attention, which is why he's laughing right now.
He's talking about the window scene.
Yep.
I know exactly. Like, that's why, like, when he first got introduced, I was like, oh shit, this dude's gonna be the realest dude ever. And then he did that, and then it was like...
And then there was the scene in the toy store where it's like, what happened? Like he's like chasing him through the toy store. I'm like, dude, you have a lot of powers. Why is this scene happening and lasting this long?
I don't know. But all in all, it was really good, and I really liked the adult cast that they had for Shazam was great. You know,
Oh,
they played
yeah.
the characters very well, and just you thought you were watching the child play an adult, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. So Adam, if you have, I'd recommend watch. It's worth at least one watch to get
What if
some
it's
laughs.
Ghost Performer?
Wait, Adam, you've seen the
about- shoot him
TV
in the
Spider-Man,
face.
right?
Yeah, shoot me in the face.
Yeah, the gas station one. Yeah, or the I think it was a gas station scene.
Yeah.
That was really good too.
You're dead.
I haven't seen like any movies lately because working at the theater beat any want to see movies out of me. I haven't seen Endgame. I didn't see Captain Marvel. I haven't seen the newest Spider-Man. I didn't see John Wick 3.
What? Stop! Leave! Get up! Get in your car and go and watch John Wick 3.
I haven't seen it either yet.
You guys,
Watch
it's
Brian
Spider-
hasn't seen it
no.
either.
If you
Watch
like the one in-
Spider-Man Homecoming first, and then you can do what you want to do.
So the last movie I watched was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That movie was awesome.
yes,
Okay.
good
Have you
choice.
seen it yet? Brian hasn't seen it either.
For
so-
fuck's sake! I mean, clean stream rest of 2019. What are you doing?
You know what he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
pause the podcast real quick. Have you played?
I'm practicing my Lucas.
Has Brian played The Last of Us yet?
I don't think so. I
No.
think he showed it on the podcast. I think it's still wrapped.
You know what movie
Is it
he's
still in
gonna
the
watch?
plastic?
He could probably sell that for a decent amount, dude. For a collector.
He's gonna rewatch the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider before he watches Spider-Man. And he's like, let me just watch just bullshit before I
What
watch.
did you say to me? That's the Nicolas Cage what?
He said that Brian Kelsey is gonna rewatch Ghost Rider, the Nicolas Cage one, before he watches Spider-Man.
No, I am working on saving up enough money so that I can buy every copy of that and burn it.
That's gonna be a
It's
lot of
digital.
money. It's digital.
I don't care.
So you're gonna have to make all of the possible accounts and then buy it for those accounts.
See, he's gonna do all this, like use all this money and not watch Spider-Man.
Oh man, but yeah, definitely for
Homecoming's supposed to be absolutely amazing.
well, Homecoming's the first one, and then Far From Home's the sequel.
Yeah.
And
But
yeah,
like Tom Holland, the way that Tom Holland plays Spider-Man, from what I understand, is supposed to be like
yeah, he does a great. Go ahead.
way above like what even Andrew Garfield did.
Yeah, he does a fantastic Peter Parker, and he's great Spider-Man. He does both identities fantastically. It's great.
No, I haven't seen Spider-Man stuff.
Wait, Adam, did you see Infinity War?
Yes.
Okay. Because you mentioned Endgame. I'm like, I hope you don't go to Endgame and then not watch Infinity War. And you're like, what the heck? Why is everyone dead?
I've seen Infinity War like 8 times. Like I just watched it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure he watched Iron Man 3 first.
Yeah.
So
I watched Iron Man
What?
3, Winter Soldier, and then I watched Avengers 1, and then I think I went Spider-Man 2 Part 2. So with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I watched Blade 3. 'Cause that's part of my right. Pretty
What?
Sure.
He was recently announced as they're making a new movie, but he wasn't part of. Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
Blade's
With
getting a new
Wesley
movie.
Snipes?
No.
that was
Still
his
in
Snipes.
prison?
It's Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes still in prison?
Oh, actually,
No.
that's a good question. Let's
He
check.
stopped evading his taxes.
Oh, okay. But it's Mahershala Ali is gonna be playing Blade. He's the guy. Have you seen?
Battle.
Have you seen? You just ask him about Alita. I can't. Did you watch Alita?
No, I didn't. I meant to. I wanted to watch that one. I just never got around to it.
Did you watch Moonlight? No.
You didn't watch any of the Marvel shows? You didn't watch Luke Cage?
Cage was terrible.
But
Oh,
you
but
watched
but
the
you
first
watched
season,
Luke
right?
Cage?
I watched like half the first.
Do you
Okay.
remember Cottonmouth? The guy who won the club?
Yeah.
It's him playing Blade.
He's playing Blade.
What? I like that guy. He's awesome.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome.
It's like we're in the censored version of what
Yeah,
they're
it
saying.
seems like you guys are like cursing at us, and it cuts out.
Did you see Luke Cage season 1 or season 2 episode 1 at the very beginning where they're in the club?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you know how the that girl takes those pills and they're out dancing and then she attacks that other girl? That other girl is my friend from high school.
Oh, word.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Little
dope.
Sammy. Yeah. That's a
Shut
good
up.
friend of mine from high school.
Shout out to little Sammy, you know, because she's probably listening to this too. So
That was
Yeah,
DJ
totally.
Sammy.
She's listening. You know, she's a stunt actress and an actress, so like on her days off, she's listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
I told her about it.
She just dropped her hot coffee out of shock that she was mentioned in this
Yeah.
big podcast.
oh my gosh.
Just like Kelsey's stock count's gonna drop when my incinerator touches him.
I didn't hear that. You cut out. What'd you say?
I said just like your stock count is gonna drop when my incinerator puts his hands on his Lucas.
That's gonna be a crazy combo. It's gonna be what Lucas? Who does Adam play?
Ness.
Okay, Ness is fun to play, but it's not gonna be fun when you guys are getting dropped. Oh crap! If he plays
He
Pit,
said he plays Pit.
yeah. So he's
You can try to shoot
at
with
the very
arrows.
beginning when I first started playing the game, but I like Ness so much better. It's got a lot more utility. Well, fly for eternity. Crap.
I'm gonna feel bad
Damn,
bodying you, Adam.
broken.
I don't want to put my hands on Blue, but I'm gonna have to just because
yeah. Kelsey
sucks.
put you in a very unsafe position because he started talking crap about you guys bodying us. So it's gonna be two
That's
v.
gonna happen.
Oh my god!
Even if I'm not in the game, he's Lucas. He can hit you from another. He doesn't have to be loaded into the game. He's gonna hit you with up and A.
Here's the game plan. We're gonna go to his wedding. Oh wow, he gets married. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna see Jambi across the room like a little. I'm gonna see Jambi from
Oh, he's
across.
getting married? Oh, who cares? We're just here to play Smash Brothers.
Brian's just gonna decimate Jambi. Go ahead.
My body. I'm like, wow. And I'm seeing this body. It's like we're watching his stream. Then I'm gonna throw a controller at Kelsey, and it's already gonna say Incineroar, and he's gonna know what to do.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna see if I can.
You guys want to see the new shirt I got?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
All right.
He just
Wait, is it
flashes
stream safe?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm pulling my dick out on stream.
Yes.
I hate being sexy, but I'm a chubby. It's covering some of the words, homie.
Chubby bearded man. so I
Chubby
can't
bearded
help it.
man, so I can't help it. Nice.
As soon as he said new shirt, I was just expecting some kind of sentence on his shirt.
Some kind of sentence. I like that shirt though. Is that from your new merch store or?
No, somebody in Discord found it and they were like, "Hey Brian, you should buy this." And I said, "Okay," I bought it.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought you
accidentally somehow managed to buy 2 of them, so I gave one to Adam.
nice. You like it, Adam, or you look like you're regretting the decision?
It literally just came today.
Oh,
I mean, I like it. I like it. I just can't wear it to work. I don't think. I mean, my boss would think it's hilarious, but she's like, you can't in case clients come in. So,
that's true.
but I mean, I wear this to work every day, so it's not like she really cares.
Gotcha. Oh my gosh! I thought you were opening up like a merch store. I'm like, oh, let's go. What's the URL? Let's throw some bodies over there, dude.
It's letsgetweird.net.
Oh, that'd be good. Let's get weird. And yeah, there you go, dude. He's throwing you
Dude,
free.
off the top of the dome, dude.
Right off the top of the brainberry.
Yeah.
Top of the brainberry, like these combos, your fucking Luke is gonna get hit, bud.
Oh my god!
Brandon's not here for me to shit talk his cell, so I'm just
Yeah,
pouring it onto
unfortunately,
him.
that's crazy. Okay.
Just like I was pouring this time into Fire Emblem 3 houses since
Ooh,
Friday.
thank you. I was trying to think of a way to transition. So you and Kelsey played Fire Emblem. How long, respectively?
I think I have 24 hours into it.
Oh shoot. Okay, Brian.
So Friday and Saturday, I had 27 hours.
Okay. And does Adam play
been
Fire
playing
Emblem
since
or? Okay.
He's been watching me play, but he doesn't actively play.
Okay. Well, this is your floor. It's you guys. I haven't played it yet, so I don't see myself playing it because it's like a turn-based. I'm not really into the turn-based stuff.
He needs to turn his brain off. Wow, Adam, why would you say to me either? I just insulted you indirectly.
Oh, go for it. So, okay. I guess the last one was Awakening, right?
Fates.
Fates was, so what's the difference now? Before Fates, you got to pick different storylines. Is that the same thing here, or is the storyline still like you just pick houses and then it converges into one?
So in Fates, it was each storyline you pick a different family basically, and the story changes with each family. In this one, from what I've played, because Kelsey picked a different house than I did, I picked the Golden Deer.
Okay, what does the
And
Golden
he
Deer
picked-
stand for? I think they all stand for something else, right? Like they have different like way of life, like lifestyles or culture or
Each leader has a different way of looking at leadership.
or perspective. I'm sorry, yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
So the red people look like Nazis. The Black Eagles.
Okay.
She's more like I guess like a dictatorship where like power is absolute, kind of.
That's my house.
She's in line to be the next emperor of like. I don't really know what it covers, but she's next in line to be the next emperor. All of them are from like nobility.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So
heads of the houses.
This one whole continent basically was taking place, and they used to be at war. Like 3 factions were at war all for a bunch of time. Then somehow there was peace, and so the whole continent is divided into 3 lands, and that's each land is ruled by
The houses.
a certain person, and their kid, the next in line, is going to school, and they each have their own house in the school.
Oh, okay.
The red one is a girl named Edelgard, which is who we picked. Power is absolute. She focuses on magic, I think. Then there's the Blue Lions, run by a guy named Dimitri, and he seems to be like the chivalrous stereotype of a character.
Okay.
I don't fuck with him. He's boring. I picked I picked the Golden Deer. First, I took a personality quiz on stream to see who I should pick, and it told me Golden Deer.
I guess that's my follow-up question. Did you guys pick your houses based on your personal perspectives on how things should be ruled, or because they looked cool, or because of color?
I did it off of a quiz because
Oh my
indirectly,
God.
yeah, off of my personality basically, because yellow's a fucking ugly color, so I'm not picking up. Yo, I want to wear urine all day. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I originally was gonna go with the Blue Lions because like when I was reading over the houses, the Black Eagles were like were basically like magic based, and then the Blue Lions were the physical, but I think they primarily focused on lances,
Mhm.
and then the Golden Deer were like archers. Yeah, but like getting into it, there's like 2 people in my thing that actually in my house that actually use magic.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So I
Black-
guess you used it mostly for gameplay, like mechanics sake, instead of like.
Which
ask
one
that
was-
again? I'm sorry.
So did you picked your house in terms of the way you're gonna play, like play out the actual battles?
Yeah, like I was originally gonna pick the Blue Lions because they were
They were
you know,
range
playing
mage
the physical,
or physical.
people.
Sorry.
and but then like I took a personality test and read some more, and they were like, no, the Black Eagles are the ones that
You want.
are, yeah.
That's what it sounds like for me. When you said the power absolute stuff, I'm like, that
Yeah,
sounds.
that's what she's like. The blue guy's like a courteous, chivalrous rule, like that kind of way. And the Golden Deers, he's like a basically survive and rule by any means. It's not like dictatorship. It's like a group of nobility that run it together.
Like a community,
the whole
like
country. Yeah.
like a village raises a kid instead of like one like everyone works
Mhm.
together to got it.
And he's like I guess like a trickster. He's fine with being deceitful as long as like by any means. That's what he is, by any means.
So he's a survivor, is what you're telling me.
Mhm.
He looks
Got
like a playboy.
Oh, is he like promiscuous
Yeah, he
looking or?
The boy cute, dude.
Oh, okay. So does it work the same way as which one's Robin from?
He's from Awakening.
Is it the same thing where you like pick girl or boy for your character and he's like, okay,
So in Fates and Awakening, you pick your race or you pick your gender,
Mass
I'm
Effect.
an
He
idiot.
wants Mass Effect so
Oh my!
badly.
If they say Fire Emblem Citadel or something, and I see Commander, yo, shut up.
Brian's already peeing, dude.
What was I gonna say? So in those games, you make your character completely. In this one, you pick male or female, but you always look the same.
Okay.
And you can change your name, but I just left it because they give you one already. It's like Byleth, Byleth. I don't know how to pronounce it. Knock her over. No, that's a spoiler if I continue.
Okay. That's
I
fine.
mean, the game so far is really interesting. Like I'm really excited to see where it goes because they like throw a lot at you.
In terms of like
there's,
lore and stuff, or
Sort
just-
of.
or
I mean,
like-
there's a lot of backstory and they kind of talk about a bunch of different stuff, but there's like 9 different things going on at once that are all sort of semi-related.
Oh, wow.
There's like, because like you're part of you become a professor at the monastery, which is the church.
Okay.
And there's churches spread across the land. I think there's a couple of different church factions, but the primary one is Saros. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Children of Saros or something like that.
Yeah.
It's basically in a world where church governs over everything, and it's a specific church, I guess, religion that runs everything. That's stationed in the academy where you become a teacher. You start as a mercenary. Shit happens with you and your father, and then like, oh, let's hire them again. Just hire the son as a professor,
Mm-hmm.
and you're part of like this faction where there's an archbishop that rules over everything, and there's different, I guess, is it sects? Like SECTS, different like chapters of religion. There's like a
Yeah.
Western, whatever this one that I guess they believe the same thing but in different ways.
Okay.
So there's a lot of lore. There's a lot of world building. There's a lot of character building.
That's what it sounds like. That it's what you guys are telling me is there's a lot. They built out the world from the ground up.
So the thing that I really like about this game, this is the opposite of what usually happens when I want something and they do the exact opposite. They're like, we heard you like Fire Emblem, and you really loved Persona, and they combined them and they made this game.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
The first session, I streamed it for like 5 hours, and like, you know what? And my stream, I'll stop, right?
Uh-huh.
A whole 12-hour session later, and it's like really late. Like, oh, as my eyes are burning, like I should probably take a break. The next day, another accidental 12-hour session.
Nice, dude. So okay, so is there like a loop that you guys that's hooked into you, or is it the story that keeps bringing you guys back, or just the moment to moment battles, or like what's?
I mean, it's not very like it's sort of battle heavy, but not like the previous ones. This one is it's kind of split. Like you spend a lot of time just exploring the monastery and talking to all the different characters and the teachers and people that are part of the church, and then you actually like teach your class where on a separate
okay.
day, and then it kind of like skips forward, and then you have another free day where you get to either go fight or you have a mission that you have to do, or you could go explore some more. But it's more or less for me like finding out what the hell's going on, because there's like I said, there's like 9 different things that are going on between the church, your house, the fuck's going on in the world, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that you're like, I want to know what the real enemy is here, because they keep alluding to like different factions being good but also being bad, and so you're trying to figure out where it is that you stand so that you can make sure that you're either helping the people that you want to help or destroying everybody that you need to destroy.
So there's a lot of like decisions to make, like political decisions and religious, or like not religious, but teachings and stuff. Like you said, you can teach the class. Is it actually like, hey, today we're learning X, so you can upgrade your troops' attack, and what is the teaching part of it? I guess like, does it benefit you in battle at all, or
Yeah.
You do get to battle, but the teaching part of it is just you have a certain number of points or a certain number of people that you can teach each day, and you can teach them only so many times. And by teaching, I mean you go in and you look at their skills and you go, I want you to focus on swordsmanship, or I want you to focus on magic, and you go and you press a button and they get a little bit of experience in that field based on your character and different things that you've done. So like if you
Wait, hold on. I'll start to cut you off. Let me back up. So there's no classes anymore? Like anyone
No,
can
there's
be.
classes.
There's classes.
They revamped. Okay.
Yeah, their class system is a little different than some of the other ones.
Because I remember in the
too.
previous one that I
Yeah.
played, like you have a swordsman, you have an axe person that can evolve into like the armored axe or like the Pegasus Knight and
So let's
stuff.
say if you find a thief in the old ones, and you get the gem, if you don't reclass horizontally, and you go like to follow their tree, a swordsman can only be like a thief or a better swordsman, or you have like a hybrid class or a stronger version of what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, everybody starts off as either a noble or a commoner, and it's just like a unique thing. But it's like you're not shit yet. You're just basically a student. Every time you teach them or you go into battle, you pick which stats they want. You start making them have better proficiency in certain things to the point where you can even make them come up to you like, I want to focus on these skills so I can become this class. But what it is it's classes divided into, you know how Gran Turismo divides the licenses and you do different things to get the licenses? So there's beginner, intermediate, advanced, and master classes. And they're split. You have to unlock them by getting to a certain level. So like the first one, I think you get to level 10 and you can unlock the chance to get basic classes. Now, once you unlock that branch of things, you have to take a certification test so you can become whichever class. The higher your stats for a certain thing, so let's say if you got your swordsman up to like B, certain classes need you to have that amount so you have a better chance to not fail your certification.
Oh, okay.
So like if you go in with great stats, you can get a 100% chance to pass. If you go in like you have a C swordsman level and you have to be a B, there's a chance you just fail. And you have to wait until next week.
Nothing detrimental happens to like your stats or anything if you fail. It's just you got to try again.
You use a
don't think
material.
so.
You use the seals you use to level. You use like a entrance fee basically.
Got it. So you waste that then.
Yeah, and there's like maybe like 7 per license basically, so you can build them any way. You can even get certifications within the same thing. So let's say you're a swordsman, you're like, fuck it, I still want to be I want to try something else before I go to intermediate. You can take certification for a bowman or whatever.
Interesting. So they made it a little more freeform then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And when you instruct them, you pick. Oh, let me put your swordsman thing up. They added something called battalions where you can actually command a group like an army.
And is it like RTSs where they consider like one unit or something, or
they're on you, but they have their own, I guess, health or stamina, and you can do special abilities that they have. So some of them can heal a whole circle. Some of them can put poison in an AOE area. Some of them just boost your stats for a little bit. So there's a stat just for that. So the better authority you have, that's the name of the stat, the better the chance for you to land their special moves and lead them. In order to build their stats effectively, you yourself as the teacher has to be good at a certain thing.
so you can't teach something you have no idea about, basically.
You can teach it, but you don't get that much of a stat boost. Like if you're like the best swordsman and you're trying to teach them archery, it's gonna go up very little. But if you're really good at a swordsmanship and they want to learn swordsmanship, it goes up chunks. The way you learn these things,
that was my next
there's
question.
other teachers or like knights or mercenaries that you can talk to and they'll teach you these abilities.
Interesting. Okay.
So
So
it's
you can't just
it's
be.
a loop.
Go
It's
ahead.
a loop of talking to your class to get closer to them, so your support level builds, so that there's a stat increase when you're fighting together.
Like chemistry between you and your class. Got it.
When you have high chemistry with them, they're happier, so they want to learn more, so you can spend more points on them so that they can build these things up. Then there's you trying to talk to the other people so you can get better stats, so you're better in the fight, so that they can survive, so that you can teach surviving people better stats.
Wait.
All
So
of this,
it seems like everything feeds into each other in one loop. So nothing's there for no reason. It benefits something. It complements something else.
basically.
Can you use your other professors in battle
You can recruit them.
or recruit them? Yeah, okay, that's my next
So-
question.
I just managed to recruit. I just got the guy, the crest guy, and
Okay.
Manuela.
Manuela and Hanneman, I think.
Okay, so my next question, real quick: are you guys playing with permadeath?
Yeah. There's a new. I'm playing.
you want to tell him about this one? So there's permadeath, and Brian here is playing with permadeath on.
Okay.
But there's a feature. There's an entity
in the very
living in your body.
You run into this spirit that grants you some special power. That power is to be able to rewind time. It's the very first thing in the game that happens.
There's a whole cutscene explaining what's happening. So I'm grinding. I'm doing these missions.
Yeah.
There's a new way to deal with, maybe you've seen me play Fire Emblems before, where if there's like a demon or a dragon, it's still just a regular unit.
Okay.
Well, now you fight them entirely different. It's like a
raid or like a boss or some sort.
It's kind of like if there was a way to make Monster Hunter turn-based, that's what it is.
Interesting. Okay, that was a weird
You don't have to go
parallel.
and find them, but they're massive enemies that take up multiple spaces. That have armor and they do AOE hits, and you have to avoid it. The goal is to avoid it. You don't always avoid it. So they
is it
just
like
throw this enemy at you mid-mission though?
Do you like target like their hands and head like in Monster Hunter, where you would like hit them in certain places for critical attacks, or
No,
it's just 4
target the
slots.
Squares around them.
got it?
They start.
Take up.
Yeah,
Okay.
They start with armor. Your whole goal is to keep hitting one of the 4 things to break the armor so that they take more damage, and to stun them, or else they'll AoE and do a lot of damage. I didn't know this was a thing until I was mid-mission. I got to the boss, freed him up, got him out of there.
Uh-huh.
Cutscene happens, turns into a monster.
Ooh.
I'm now mid-mission. Not everybody has the highest health or whatever. I'm in a bad spot. I had to fight this big monster.
Okay.
My best mage at the time gets one-shotted. And
Oh
I'm
my.
like, from all the games that I'm playing before other Fire Emblems, like, oh shit, I lost somebody, right?
Uh-huh.
I was sad, my first person lost. I liked the character. I just had to hold that out and keep going.
Uh-huh.
I did another mission. Somebody got one-shotted. I didn't like this character, but he died.
Okay.
And then I don't remember what happened. Either someone else died again, or I told Kelsey this, and he's like, you can rewind time to save them. As I already mourned and moved on, and I'm just sitting there like a fucking idiot. When the game makes a cutscene, you can rewind time, idiot. Is basically how the game tells you.
Is it like
He messaged me and he's talking about, well, I just lost another one, and I'm thinking that because you only, it's not like you can do it infinitely.
Okay, that was my next
scales
question.
up depending on your main character's authority level, right?
Oh,
Like you
okay.
get more times to do it, and you can go like literally all the way back.
That's my question. So he said he moved on. Can he still now go and revive them, or is it
It's
too
per
late?
mission. I already finished the missions. I was like 3
Oh,
chapters ahead.
permission. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So the way it works is it literally like talks about literally every action that happens. Like if you move a character, if you damage somebody or kill somebody or whatever. So if you press the button, it comes up with like a scrolling list where you can just kind of scroll back to a separate point.
Like the undo thing in Photoshop?
Basically, undo
Like-
history. Is
Like
what
the
it
undo
is.
history in Photoshop?
Yeah.
Got it.
And,
Go ahead.
So you can so say you moved a couple of characters and then they just get fucking destroyed whenever you end your turn. You can hit the button and it goes, your character got destroyed. Your character got destroyed. You end the start of the enemy turn. They moved. Let's go back to one before that so that they haven't moved yet. And
Uh-huh.
then you can do something different. Well, I was thinking, he told me that he lost both these characters.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I guess he just, was doing stuff, ran out of retries, and then they died and he couldn't do anything about it. And then it dawned on me, I was like, I don't know that he's actually using that because I don't think he's not used to using it. And so I go, you can rewind time, right? I could see him, like from here, I could just see him. Like you can just hear in the distance.
Yeah. You can hear his heavy sigh from 2 states away, dude. I guess there's more than 2, but...
I just imagine some ... Guess I'm a fucking idiot.
And so then he goes, and then he messages me a little bit later. He goes, so I rewound time and saved one of my dudes. I was like, yeah, I've been using this the whole time and moved on with life. and but he got me back with today because with the class system, you can usually you don't want to switch classes until you max out their class rank.
For that
because you
for
get
that
a special
certification?
bonus.
Okay.
What?
For that certification he was talking about? Like make sure you max certification then swap?
Well, once you become certified, yeah, I guess once you become certified, you can use that specific class.
Okay.
And then it has a class level, and once you max it out, you get special bonuses that stick with you regardless of what class you change into.
Oh.
So like
So
for
like
like a
with
thief,
thieves.
you get like +2 sword and +1 bow, and then the ability to steal and open doors and chests without having a key. All right, and so what you don't want to rank up until to the next one until you finish mastering that class. Well, in this game, they treat the class system as like a singular, or I guess that would be a separate thing, where you can change your character's class or certify in a different class, but keep the class that you're currently playing. So like if a beginner is like a mercenary, right? And then an intermediate would be what's one of the sword guys?
That's the thief. I think is intermediate. I think.
Yeah, so a thief. So like if you start out, you go into mercenary, and then you hit level 10, but you haven't mastered mercenary, you can still certify as a thief and get the bonuses for being a thief class without actually turning into the thief class until you want to.
I can hear you. Keep going.
And so I was like, I have half of my characters still sitting at the like beginner class because I'm waiting for them to master it out, and they're like already at the ability to go to intermediate and then almost beyond that, and they're just like sucking ass in a bunch of the fights, and I'm having just to leave them back, and they're falling farther and farther behind because it never dawned on me that you could I didn't realize that you could it would save your class mastery level,
Mm-hmm.
and you could reclass at any point in time, outside of a battle.
And I have to
So I'm
worry
just,
about
like,
the progress
struggling-
lost.
Do what?
And not have to worry about the progress lost?
Yeah.
Huh.
So like, I mean, a couple of my characters I ended up ranking up just so that they could get some better stats and start doing stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to go back and finish it at some point. But I'm like having a couple of them like, dude, you are so fucking worthless. Like, why do I keep you? And then I messaged Bryant. I was like, so you can reclass or certify in an upper class and keep the class. And he's like, yeah, as soon as I can certify, I certify them. Never dawned on me that I could do that. And so I finally, like, one of the guys, Ferdinand, I think his name is, he's a Lancer, and he's my only Lancer. And I'm like, you are so worthless. Like, why do I keep you around?
Uh-huh.
And I upgraded him to Cavalier. He's not worthless anymore because he actually has fucking stats to go and do stuff.
That makes sense. That all checks out. When you upgrade, you're better.
I have a character. There's a character that was my favorite as soon as they introduced me to her because her name, and that she's an archer. Her name is Leone Pinelli.
That name's
And
lit.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh shit, she's in my house. You can steal students from other houses and recruit them into yours if you have the stats that they want to learn.
Do you
So,
get
like,
any
if you're really-
benefit? Is there like a benefit for doing so besides like a bonus? Like a lot of
More
things you're
units.
talking about. There's like just more units. Okay.
That doesn't matter. It's to the point now where I've done it where I just put her out by herself, and she, even if they hit her, it's 0 damage.
Yeah.
What the heck?
So like, oh hey, and it says out loud, no damage.
What kind of build is that? Like what the heck?
What the hell did I do to her? I turned her into she was an
Morgan?
archer. I made a better archer. Then I made her into a knight, and I made her into a cavalier, and then the one right after that. And she's just on a horse, just disrespecting everybody.
Okay. Dang.
My class leader, house leader, Edelgard, she is a brigand, which is an axe class,
Okay.
and it's just pure
Damage.
It's like us. We're just gonna go in and slash things and hope for the
Yes.
best.
All right. That sounds about right.
But she's so strong I just go, I gave her a ring that heals her for like 4 or 5 HP every round. And I just like, you go that way, everybody else is going to go this way. You know, have healers and tanks and mages and whatever. She just goes off on her own and things like swarm her. And they're like, ha! 2 damage. And she goes, ha! Double attack. You're dead. Yay, let's move on. And then it just does, she just plows through friggin' everybody.
So he just runs through the opposition. Oh,
in this game, there's also something. I'm not gonna say how it happens, but there's ways to unlock classes that you aren't given in school. So you can learn X class by doing certain thing. That said class combined with Leone Pinelli, because after with being a cavalier or whatever, if you hit somebody, you can move right after. So I have this person kill somebody, move them closer to this person, they get another turn. So I just keep just bodying with her.
Is that like an endless? So your turn never ends?
No, it ends, but she gets another turn.
Oh. And then I guess 2 questions. First, is there a limit to how many units you can bring with you? And if so, is it mission based or
mission based?
Okay. Or I don't know if it's something like you learn, like your class, maybe you become a better professor so you can bring more people, or
no, that part's mission based, but then they added a new feature called adjutants. I don't know how to pronounce it. ADJUTANTS, where you can. So before in the other in Awakening and Fates, you can combine and stack units so that they either get a defensive boost or an attack boost, but you pair them mid mission.
Okay.
In this one, and you can control them and separate them whenever you want in the other games. In this one, you get these adjutants, which before you start the mission, you put them paired with somebody, and there's 3 different types of ways that they can support them. Either they'll give you more damage and they'll attack with you, they give you a defensive boost, or they'll heal, like they're like a healing kind of support.
Are you talking about the adjuvants?
Yeah, I don't know how to fucking pronounce it either.
I don't either. It's like ADJUTENT or something.
It's like adjective mixed with mutants. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that gets better as you have a teacher grade too. By doing things with your students, your teacher grade goes up and you can do more things in a day. I'm at a B plus around there somewhere. Why? What are you?
Where are you at?
I just hit B.
Nice.
We just finished the battle of Eagle and Lion or whatever.
Damn, I'm way ahead of you then.
He did get browning for a B. Those were dark times.
We don't talk about the dark timeline anymore.
Hey, now that you're grounded all summer, I forgot to tell you that I messed up your grade and you actually didn't.
7 years of beard later.
C, but he actually got a B.
Oh,
I think is what it was.
I would have killed that teacher. Her and her children.
I think I somehow wished her existence out of here. I don't think anyone has heard or seen from her after that day.
So, have you not gotten to the battle of Eagle and Lion?
I'm in January.
You're what?
I'm in the month in game. I'm in January.
I'm in November, so you should have done it.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm way. I think you might be getting more teacher XP because you're playing at a higher difficulty.
Oh, so there's difficulty sets now. Or not now. There's always been.
There's difficulties, and since Awakening, they're separated, so you can have whatever difficulty, but you could turn permadeath. You could turn permadeath off, so you can like at the end of the mission, if they died, they'll come back and you can use them the next mission.
That's probably how I would play. I can't play with permadeath.
I have normal difficulty, permadeath, and he has hardest difficulty, no permadeath.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the hardest one. I think I'm just doing hard.
Oh, he's just doing hard, but no permadeath.
But I play like.
If it was permadeath.
If somebody dies, I fucking rewind that shit. I don't like.
Why'd you look at me when he said that?
You what?
I said, why'd you look right at me when you said that?
Rewind, Brian. Rewind. That's the thing that they first tell you.
You got legs.
You're cheating.
So I guess the final question is how does the structure of the story, like, is there side missions that are thrown upon you? Is it up to you to go find the side missions, or do they give you like a list like in Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, where you're just giving a list of stuff to do and you just hit it and it loads a map? Or
that It gives you a list of things you can do on your off day. You can either explore the school and talk to everybody and do bonding things, or just say fuck everybody and fish like I do sometimes.
What
You
is
can-
fishing? Okay, back up. You can't just say I go fish and move on. What does the fish thing do?
You can
You
use it for
literally fish.
yeah. You literally fish. You can sell the fish for money if it's rare. You can use the fish to make food, so you can eat with your students and gain a bond.
Okay, so I was saying I was asking because I want to see where that feeds into anything. So I guess it's
Yeah, it feeds in, and it's fun. I fucking love fishing, dude. And
okay.
Any RPG, I don't know why fishing is so fun. You shit talking to me?
Fishing and was like, wow, this is so fucking horrible. You know what would be better? Virtual fishing.
I've never fished in real life,
That'll
so
really give me the courage to blow my brains out.
Has he seen Farming Simulator?
Have you seen any of the farming simulators?
What?
There are several. There are like 100 different types of simulators. There's a goat simulator. There's a farming simulator. There's a trucking simulator. The trucking one's actually pretty cool. I watched a buddy of mine stream it a couple of times, where you actually have like a rig, go and you pick up stuff, and they like grade you on how well you back up and get it, and then how much damage you do to people on the way to you where you're supposed to drop it off.
Adam. There's a game where you play as bread. Adam, there's a game where you play as bread, and it's called I Am Bread.
I'm gonna see if I can pull some of these up for him.
But to answer your question about the missions, Anthony, on your off days, you can go around the monastery. You can do another seminar to teach your kids. You can rest and say, I don't want to do anything. Fuck it, we'll go into the next week. Or you can just go to battle to prep them. And on days where it's not a main mission day, you can do side stuff like, train these knights. Or you can do these missions called paralogs to give you story on specific students and things like that. That gives you things that you wouldn't get from just playing the game main only or talking to them. Like
Okay,
you
so
find out some people's origins and things like that.
So you guys are mentioning like months that you're in. Does that only advance through main missions, or like you're saying you're in?
It's like
J-
timeline.
It's like Persona, where you're going through a timeline, but there's less freedom than in Persona. So Persona, you have school, but then right after that, each day, you can do whatever the fuck you want. If it's daytime or nighttime,
Got
you
it.
have the freedom to the whole month. You just have to do something on this specific day, or you have to start the game over, or start that month over. In this game, you get basically you get the first day of the week is instruction day or teaching day. Then it like fast forwards until Sunday,
Okay.
and that's your free day.
What
The
is-
only time. What happened?
Because of the way they do it, they have Monday as the first day, and then Sunday is the last day, and I cannot move the date over one, so I keep thinking the last day is fucking Saturday.
Mm.
Yeah, and then the middle stuff only happens if you get close enough to your students. Sometimes when you're in the monastery, you can't build the support. You have to just stumble upon you and then you do it. So the middle of the week is basically that kind of stuff. Or if somebody's birthday, you can send them flowers or go to a tea party with them. Literally, you host a tea party with them.
Okay. That's different.
So it's on that free day, the Sunday, where you get to decide how
You can decide.
Yeah, you can decide, but at the end of the month usually it's a day just for the main mission.
Oh, okay. So it's okay. I like that structure. Just like Phantom Pain, just a list of stuff. So there's no point in not doing anything on a day off because you're wasting time then, right?
There's only one
so
benefit.
you get the special sword that is called the Sword of Creation, and you get it pretty early in the game, and it's like this special relic that you're the only one that can use it. And if you fight with it, because when you fight with the weapons, it loses durability, right?
Oh
And,
That's
I
another thing
hate
they
durability.
revamped completely. I can spend they did wow. Like, this is actually like game of the year for me already.
So you have and everything kind of damages. So every time you attack, like if you attack twice in one turn, so like if somebody attacks you and you hit them, they hit you, you hit them again,
Okay.
that loses two durability.
Okay.
Then you have like skills you can use, and that costs a certain amount of durability, like 3, 4, 5. I don't know if there's more than that. I've only gotten up to 5. So if you use the skill obviously does like more damage, and gives you better hit rating sometimes, and
More
a couple
range.
of other things. But it will cost the weapon, X amount of durability.
Gotcha.
And then if the durability ends, the weapon breaks in this one rather than just disappearing. I think like it did in some of the other ones. And so you fight with a broken weapon,
Which is
and
less
you have,
stats.
yeah, and then so you don't hit nearly as hard, and you don't have as much accuracy. And so with the Sword of Creation, it's a relic, I think is what it is, and it's a very special sword. There's two ways to get its durability back up. One, you repair it using some very special stones, which I don't know if they're used for anything else right now, like special smithing stones. And I don't know if they're used for anything else, so I haven't really been, using them.
Gotta save that health potion in case I need it later. Alright, I beat the game with no health potion. Fuck.
That's how I play every Final Fantasy game ever. Well, I gotta have 99 health potions because I might need one day.
You never know. You might find a boss that just takes 90% of your health, and you're like, well, then gotta have 80 health potions.
And the other way to do it is on your day off. I think Brian already explained you can explore, which is around the monastery. You can hold a seminar.
Oh, okay. I've seen 3 of those last week.
Where somebody teaches something and your students or you and your students show up. You can do a battle, or you can just rest. And if you rest, it gives your students a break, their motivation increases, and it also increases the durability of the Sword of Creation by 5. Because it only has 20 uses. And so, if you're using the Sword of Creation to do it, like I think its special attack only costs 3 durability. But I mean, it like when you only have 20, you can only use that like 6 times before it's done. And
right.
In a battle, if you're like really struggling, you could end up using that quite a bit, because it also has range. So if your character's just getting dumped on by, archers and things that are coming up close to you, you can put that on and then actually attack them from a distance. I think that you can also, if you play online, when you go into a battle, there are squares that have these like special glowing, like soul-looking patches on the ground.
Okay.
And there's purple, yellow, and I think one other color. And if you go and stand over top of them, gold ones are usually players that have died in certain areas.
Okay.
And so if you stand on the gold one, you get a bunch of XP. Or you get some XP and some random bonus. Like sometimes it'll go, oh, your battalion's been refreshed, or your battalion has an extra use, or you gained 6 durability on all your weapons, or whatever your equipped weapon is. And then the purple ones will give you a random weapon. Usually it's some rusted piece of shit that you're never gonna want and use. It's like, why the fuck are you giving this to me? Or it's like a training version, and you're going, why the fuck are you giving this to me?
It might be because you're on a harder difficulty, so they're giving you garbage.
No, they give me garbage. There's one time I got an axe you can throw, and I was like, oh, shit.
That's cool.
I managed to get a Steel Axe Plus once, and I was like, I need to go buy a lottery ticket. Or maybe I just used up all my luck on this. I'm not really sure yet.
Do the weapons... I have so many questions, because these games usually have so many systems laid on top of it. The weapons have a leveling system, or is it?
They have different. So that you have
just
levels.
Got it.
There are different types
to be
of weapons.
Good enough.
Where you have like an iron sword, steel. I think silver is next, and then like platinum something, and then there's like some special weapons layered in there, like
Killing Edge is like a crit based sword.
Yeah, where it has low durability usage, but it has a high chance to crit. So if somebody has a high crit already, stacking that on top of it almost guarantees that they're going to crit every time.
Got it. So they have like flavor text for some of the weapons.
Yeah.
Like Borderlands guns.
Plus version of the weapons. So like an iron sword, you can get an iron plus, and it basically just increases the damage slightly, the chance to hit, and sometimes the chance to crit, and the durability. And so if you get a plus version, it's usually better than the regular version.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also forge the weapons into a plus. So like if you find some like special sword, like a silver sword, you can go to the blacksmith and say, "Hey, I want to forge this into a silver plus," and it'll increase all of its stats.
Yeah, you can also upgrade swords into a new metal. So if you have an iron sword, you can iron sword plus, or you can be like, oh no, it's a steel sword now. If it's a rusted sword, you could turn into an iron sword. You can. There's branches for the fucking weapons. So that's just
cool.
So much.
Okay.
They added a new weapon type where it's just like gauntlets. So I this dude has the dukes up. They have a class called Grappler. I cannot wait until I get him there.
A grappler?
Yeah, I've thought about because I don't have anybody using fist weapons right now. Like
You gotta get Raphael, dude.
Ninja Turtle?
It's a big blonde guy. He starts with just mine has like 60 health. He's like level 25, and the things I'm fighting are level 13. And he just rains. There's times where he hits you 4 times in one turn.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And usually, like so far, what I've seen is if you're using because I hadn't used the fist weapons at all, and I finally ran into an enemy that uses fist weapons, and even when he attacked me, it said he had 2 attacks, right? And normally it goes, you attack, they attack, you attack if you have the 2 attacks, vice versa. Well, it said he had 2 attacks and he initiated. He punched me twice and killed my dude before my guy got to attack, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I joined. Then they have like in the monastery. They host like tournaments that you can have your characters like participate in for fighting. And there was a brawler tournament where it was about fist weapons. And so I sent because my head of household is the strongest character I have. Her strength is just through the fucking roof.
Okay.
And so it doesn't matter what weapon she uses. I put her in every tournament, and she just goes through and decimates everybody. Well, she got the brawler tournament and got like 4 attacks on everybody. So she just went through and just went like ba 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 ba, and they died. Well, they didn't even get to attack.
Okay. So that sounds like the new one's not OP, but I mean it's definitely the choice if you're an attack only kind of strategist.
There's a class that's better than the one. There's like a basic level of the gauntlet people. There's one after that where they're like, we're gonna buff you, but then you fight with no weapon, just unarmed. That's one of the buffs.
Oh my
You
gosh.
can just fight with just knuckles. I've killed one of those big monsters I mentioned. Just him swinging unarmed. And I killed like a griffin.
You can use combat arts with that if you're just using bare hands, but
I don't really use them. What do you need
combat arts for when you're hitting them for 20 damage a pop 4 times?
I think it's for knuckles only. Might be a different stat. The proficiency once you level to a certain point, or maybe it's a class skill, you get a combat art where you can just heal yourself for no durability. So he knuckles. If you hit him, I just make him heal himself.
That's broken, dude.
Yeah.
What?
Then he just stands there and goes, "Oh, you guys are attacking? I'm low on life. Heal. Oh, you guys are attacking? Well, now you're dead. I'm low on life. Heal."
Their weakness is supposed to be magic because they're like physical based. The archers are missing. It's like 78% chance to hit him.
Can we see an instant replay of that?
For the audio listeners, he's doing a reenactment. He dodges to the side.
So what I'm doing is an archer shoots fire at my guy. He dodges to his left side while looking dead into their soul, and then he says "bunkai," and then he puts his 2 hands up and rains the dukes.
Yeah. Oh snap! Okay. What else? I think that's all the questions I had for Fire Emblem. That's deep, dude, in the good way.
They redid a bunch of weapons that I can spend another like 30 minutes on.
I mean, if you get
it's just to sum it up, they switched it back to physical weapons have durability. Magic doesn't use the books anymore. You have charges of how many times you can use a spell in a fight before you can't use it anymore.
Oof.
So like you can have 3. So there's 3 stacks of like heal. Let's say if you just started out and you have that many, if you use it those 3 times until that mission's over, you can't use it. But the bright side is you don't have any durability like to break the thing. The better you get at magic, the more charges you have.
Okay, I guess that
evens
out. That evens out, yeah. That's crazy. All right, I think that's all I got for Fire Emblem. Unless you anything else you guys want to know. By you guys, I mean like Chad and Adam. But Adam's been watching, so he knows.
Oh, do you guys remember when I talked about Hope in Final Fantasy 13?
I lived through it. Yes, I know about Hope.
How I wanted to like curb stomp him every time. Like every time he opened his mouth, just shut up, just shut up.
Yep,
shut up,
I also did not like him.
I found a character I hate more than Hope.
In Fire Emblem?
In Fire Emblem.
What's
Her
the kid's
name? Is
name?
Bernadetta, and she is just this sniveling, groveling girl that just everything is misconstrued. She just wants to be by herself, and like you come up behind her, or somebody will come up behind her and be like, "Hey, Bernadetta, how's it going?" "Oh God, sweet death, please take me quick," and then she's like, "I can't end this way. I have so many things left to live for. At least let me make a swan song." And they're like,
I just wanted the time.
I said hi. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, that's probably gets annoying real quick.
Oh my God, I hate it.
I didn't
And
recruit
then
her.
she gets up and she like tries to make friends with people because they have the whole support system in this one too, where you like if people are fighting next to each other or they do activities together, their supports go up, and then if they're standing next to each other, it boosts their stats and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And she like goes up to make friends with people, and they're like, she's like, I thought, I was wondering if you wanted to be friends with me, and they were like, I thought we're already friends. She's like, "Oh God, you hate me? Why do you hate me? I'm so sorry.
Nope.
Leave. I'm gonna go back to my room."
No.
And I'm just like,
Boot her out of the academy. Kick her out.
I've almost turned on permadeath and just fed her to the wolves, just so I don't have to deal with her anymore. But luckily, I have because of the adjutant stuff.
Adjutant mutant.
Yeah. So the adjacent mutant stuff.
I like that a lot, actually.
Pair people on top of the professor, and so I just don't even use her anymore. I got Shamir, who is a sniper, and because Bernadette is a bow person, and Shamir is a bow person, and Shamir's already like at the advanced class because she's like one of the knights or teacher or something. And so I just use her because she wrecks everybody, and I just pair Bernadetta on top of my character as one of the adjacent mutant.
Okay.
There's a character in my house. It's if they did Bernadetta correctly, and it's just a character that comes from, we don't know her family line. Family lines matter in this game by a lot, and even in gameplay, they have crests in them that give you certain triggers or passive buffs. Each family has a different buff. The crest you have lets you use a certain relic. There's like a legendary weapon that only that crest can use, that family can use. It gets more down the rabbit hole there. But this character named Marianne has no self-esteem whatsoever. She comes from nobility. We don't even know who her family is, but she comes from nobility, and she just shits on herself the entire time.
Is this the blue-haired girl that's really?
Yeah, and she talks to animals, like horses, and she can understand them.
What the heck?
But for the most part, if you try to compliment her, like, I only get in the way. I only cause trouble. I'm useless. And she walks away.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's one of those characters you feel bad. Like, why are you talking to yourself like this?
All right, I have two more. I got two questions while you guys were talking about it. One, the voice acting. Is there any, and if it is, any good?
Everything is voiced now except your character, unless you level up.
That's not true. Your character does voice. Should I have held back? Fucking hate that line. Every time he kills somebody, should I have held back? No, bitch! Like, shut the fuck up and fight.
We're at war.
But every character that you looked them all. I don't remember who all you looked up, but he looked up a lot of like the teachers and things. Like everybody that's in this game played in Fate.
Fate Zero?
Apocrypha.
Oh, okay. Fate Apocrypha. I don't think I've seen that.
I'm sure it's part of the Fate series.
Oh, I don't like the Fate series. I saw two of them. I was like, this needs to go somewhere else with this. I was not a fan of the Fate thing. I saw Fate Stay Night and Fate Stay Zero, and I was like, they had cool characters and nothing happened for a whole season.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, everybody's voiced.
Okay, that's cool.
I think there's some of them that are annoying, but it's usually just the character's personality is so annoying that anything they do pisses you off.
Yeah,
There's a guy that tries
Bridget
to
or
hide.
whatever?
There's a guy that tries to hide that he's a painter, and I catch him. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It won't get in the way of my study." I'm like, "Dude, I don't care. Just paint as much as you want, right?" So this conversation happened. He said, "Okay." The next conversation I have with him, he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go outside and do this," as he has papers and like a pencil in his hand. And like, "You're just gonna paint, aren't you?" "Yeah, but it won't get in the way of my." Like, I already told him already, do whatever you want. If he comes up to me a third time, he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna pray with this paper and this paintbrush. I'm just gonna
Pray?
expel him."
You're gonna pray.
The voice acting is actually pretty decent. At least, I mean, I think so. Adam, you have a.
Yeah, we can't hear what he's saying. Kelsey, we can't hear what he's saying.
I said there's only been one character that I found the voice annoying, but I think that was more for the character and not voice.
Mercedes? Is it the blonde that talks the high pitched voice?
Yes, that's who it is. The blonde with the hype.
That's what I thought. I was like, I don't want to hear her talk, but it fits her.
Which one is this?
The religious girl that's always happy. She's blonde. She has her hair up to one side and has a bow, and she's like a priest or something.
Oh,
Mercedes.
He said
something like
Miss
that.
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Yeah.
Chick bonded collar and is always trying to have sex with.
Oh, Manuela.
Wait, what? Okay, he cut off at the wrong
there's-
spots.
No,
What did he say?
There's like a MILF thought that's a teacher. She just wants to sleep with everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, when you first get there, like, I mean, she's like this really good-looking teacher, and you first get there, she literally basically promises to fulfill any sexual fantasy you've ever had right then and there. You know?
Hello?
And like the thing is that like her quirk is that she's apparently a slob, and so like she complain you console her a couple of times like throughout the talkings with her in the monastery.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, "I'm just having such a rough time. I was dating this really cute knight, and we were having a great time. And then I brought him back to my place, and he was like, 'What the fuck is this? Like, you can't even move around in here. Oh, wow, I'll see you later.'"
You just brought up another question. So you guys are saying that you guys can go back to the church or whatever and talk to the people. Can you miss dialogue if you don't keep up with people? Or does it just happen sequentially? Like if you miss a week, it'll still give you last week's...
You can miss dialogue.
Okay.
After every main mission and you explore, there's time to go back and you talk to them about certain things.
Okay. Yeah, so if you don't keep up on that, you might miss dialogue with all the characters. Okay, cool. And then last, have you guys ever tried to getting your professor killed? Not professor, the person who teaches your professor killed? Does that mean you can't get stats increased because he's dead anymore? Because he's dead?
So they do it weird in this game.
Because you said you can recruit the people who teach your professor things. So if you recruit someone that teaches you things and they die, that means you lose the ability to get any of the upgrades from that person, right?
Right.
I haven't gotten any of them killed because I don't use them because they're anytime. This is kind of a lesson anyone who plays Fire Emblem. When they give you a character who's already like 7 classes in and they're like stats are great from the start, do not use them because they're just a waste of XP. They'll always be worse than the people you get that are trash from the beginning and you level.
Gotcha.
Because they miss so many opportunities to get better stats that your characters have starting from shit. So I don't use them at all. I just try to bang one of them, and that's it.
Oh, so there's romancing in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like only your character can get any. It doesn't seem like you can pair the students like you used to.
Yeah, it's not like what was the
Awakening?
Fate, yeah, in Fates and Awakening, everybody can cuck anybody, dude.
They can cuck anyone?
Anybody
Yes.
can get together and then have kids. Oh, certain characters can have kids, but it didn't have to be just your character getting married. And this
Got
one, it
it.
seems like it's just your character, which is
And that I'm assuming feeds into some sort of bonus with a stat or something.
we don't know yet.
well,
Oh, okay.
if you get the support system is by letter grade C,
Mhm.
B, A. If you can wife the character, there's an S one right after that, so you just have a closer bond, so you're better together in battle, basically.
Okay.
And I
Gotcha.
don't know if you can have kids in this one because you're a student teacher. I don't know. I haven't done it yet.
Picked your
Gotcha.
waifu yet?
It's between two. It's between Petra, the girl who can't speak English, and then it's the knight that wants to just body everybody.
Oh, Catherine.
Yeah.
She looks like she is aggressive. Like not sexually, just like physically.
Is she like
She's-
Armstrong from Full Metal?
Yes.
With clothes always on, though.
Yes.
She never. She's okay. She's like
No, he's talking about the sister.
Wait, which one are you talking?
The girl, his sister,
Okay.
Armstrong's sister.
Yeah, he's like her. She's like her, but not serious. But she'll
Oh, okay.
body you, but she's not serious. She's like both of them combined.
Oh, like they did the fusion dance?
Yeah.
Got it.
Why? Olivier. That's her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is hilarious. But yeah, I was trying to decide between Petra and Shamir, and I think I'm gonna go with Shamir.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who I'll pick it. Petra said that she'll show me her body tattoos one day, so I might have to
You gotta check out those tattoos,
Yeah.
bro.
She looks like Sea Viper, but purple hair.
Oh, okay. That's a good look.
But to answer your question, I haven't gotten any of them killed, but in this game they don't. So permadeath is in you can't go to war with them, but they'll still be around the school because the person that got one-shotted by a dragon monster is still walking around. It's just I can't use her. She just has to sit there and realize that she got bodied by a dragon monster and
Got
she can't
it.
fight anymore.
So then that would answer Anthony's question on whether or not if the
Yeah.
professor got killed.
That means
but
you'll
that's
still
what
be
I'm
able
saying.
to get stats then.
But
So-
like you can give people gifts and items they lose. When they're gone, I can look at them and do like one dialogue, and I can't interact anymore. Like I can't give them stuff, so I don't know if
Oh,
it'll be like, oh, that was some fight, huh? And then it ends there. I don't know.
so it basically turns them like an inactive
They're an
recruiter.
NPC after
Yeah,
that, yeah.
got it. Oh, so maybe you. Oh, so I guess how about one of you guys once you beat it, do me the solid and do some R&D for me.
I'm probably gonna do another playthrough with his house because I found out something on Twitter that I think they intended that house to be the main one because there's apparently a part in the game where you can branch and there's two completely different stories within that house.
That was gonna be my when you guys said when we were talking about replayability, I was gonna ask you guys. So is there different stories like in Fates where you can pick different houses or families and you had like a completely different story? But I guess that answers my question. That I guess Kelsey's house does.
For that part, it seems like it, but so far it seems like it's the same. You just have some dialogue changed, but it's the same progress.
I mean, for talking with Brian, it sounds like you go through the same basic, like the storyline, the main story part of it seems the same, but like you might get different dialogue interactions depending on which house you're actually in. So with mine, it's really kind of alluding to the head of the house scheming something, and I don't know if that's happening in your house, but she's like, constantly has like cutscenes with her talking to her to Hubert is like her right hand man. It's somebody that's like it's a different house that has served her household for generations. Kind of like the Hyuga family, in Naruto, where the second kid always goes into the protection part of it or whatever. And they're constantly talking and like doing that kind of like mumble of yeah, I know what you're talking about, I know we need to do that, yeah, whatever, and then kind of having that foreshadowing of shit's about to go down somewhere with them. And I'm wondering if that's what Bryant found out, is that you can either like stay with the monastery or go with them, or how that's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know if it. I'm glad I'm playing as these people before his house because my guy just believes everybody has secrets and you can't trust anybody, and you yourself can't trust him because it seems like he's hiding something. So playing with these people, at least it seems everybody's trying to kill everybody. That's what it seems like.
Okay.
Which I like because he's a by any means person, so he has his secrets and he's always trying to find out everything else. And
So Brian's over there playing the Varys and the Littlefinger game,
basically.
and Kelsey's playing what, the Lannisters probably.
Well, they look like Nazis, so they're black and red.
Okay, I guess we got
Black and yellow?
no.
I want to be
'cause
that
then-
urine color, dude. What the hell?
Okay.
You should make a pink house. I'd be in there twice.
All right, to wrap it up, guys, your final impressions here. Would you recommend this, or would you not? And if so, why not? Or would you? From what you've played, I guess. You get your little...
I don't know who's going first.
Whichever one.
I mean, I really enjoy it. Like there's some things I wish they would do differently, because like in the previous ones, there's a lot more battles, so you have like a little bit more control over, or you have more opportunity to like go and do stuff. There's like a battle and a cutscene, and then a battle and a cutscene. This, like, they tried to add some stuff into it. You have to make choices on what you want to do, but it really can get kind of boring, like exploring and having to go talk to everybody and stupid little side quests that they have. Like, occasionally I'd rather just be like, hey, I want to battle, rather than, run around, talk, and then go and teach and then do it all over again. But all in all, I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying the game, and I can't wait to finish it and probably play it again.
Okay. That's like a good review to me.
2 complaints, and they're very minor. The one is I just wanted an ounce more Persona. I wanted the whole month, just me whatever the fuck I want to do, and then the last find 1 day's dedicated to the main mission.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted more days of just doing whatever the fuck I wanted.
Okay.
Because that's what makes this even better than Fates and Awakening for me, is they literally, like, yo, Persona 5, I heard Brian likes that. Let's finally give him something he likes. The other complaint is in Fates, you can press a button that optimizes your loadouts. So it'll go through everybody you have and give them whatever is best for them and take away. Like, let's say if I find an axe and this guy only uses bows, in Fates, it would like get that axe out of there. Let's give him the best bow that he can use, the best whatever he can use, and all that stuff.
So all
and
that's
this game, they
automated?
took it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
So now you have to do the grind. You're going to have to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Some characters I don't even bother. Like my healer still has like the gauntlets, and she uses magic, so I don't.
That's weird. Okay.
I haven't bothered taking that away, but those are the only 2 complaints so far. This is probably my game of the year.
Got it. So it sounds like it's a resounding yes for anyone fan of the Fire Emblems or just fan of these deep mechanics. Wow, I didn't think it was going to take this long to get through Fire Emblem. We're already 2 hours in. Well, we might as well just wrap up then. We're just having a Fire Emblem screen. Or Fire Emblem. Wow. Fire Emblem infocast here. I do want to end with the Inside the Actors Studio questionnaire that I was going to add or ask every guest we have on here. And since Adam's our first ever actual guest after you guys joined, bring him on, dude. Where did he go? Did he use the restroom or something?
Say that again? Sorry.
Oh my god, dude.
I
Can you
think he
bring
walked all
Adam
the way back home?
Oh yeah, can you bring Adam back? I'm gonna hit him with the questionnaire that I gave you guys. What you guys joined?
I don't know where he went. He just left. He got in my car. I heard my garage open.
He put together the whole fucking Corvette and drove home.
Corvette's not running, so if he took the Corvette, he's not gonna make it very far.
That's what I'm saying. He put it all together and then went.
All right, so I guess that went out the window then.
We can talk about Smash.
No, so we're already at 2 hours. I was gonna wrap up, but if he's not, I wanted to ask him the 10 questions that they ask at the Inside the Actor Studio. Remember that? I think I asked both of you guys.
You're like, are you hot or cold? And I was like,
Just yell at him like in Wedding Crashers. Tell him to get over here.
I honestly don't know where he is, and Shannon's trying to sleep, so I don't want to like yell out.
Does he have his phone on him? Call him. Get him here now.
I think to the restroom. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Toilet flush.
It could be the cats.
You're a cat.
Got me. I'm a wolf. Heartbroken. Hit me in the right nanas, dude. What the heck does that mean?
I don't know, but let me remember to add Fire Emblem to my top 10 list of the year.
Yeah, make sure to keep track of your consumption list, Kelsey.
You don't have to tell me that. Yeah, you tell him and you tell
And Randall.
Sandal over there.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he's eating dick, that guy.
I'm pretty sure his top 10 for movies is going to be Endgame 10 times.
It's going to be Dag.
You want to ask me a question?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to wrap up because I didn't think we were going to talk about Fire Emblem for this long. So, have you ever... Huh? Yeah, like the whole time. We had like 5 minutes for anime and then Fire Emblem. Unless you have some game that you've been playing this week that you want to talk about.
What? I've been playing idle pouring on my phone.
Idle what?
Idle pouring. So you know the Ragnarok games?
No. Ragnarok? Bro, you're blowing my mind right
You
now,
just said
dude.
like 7 nouns at me.
Yeah, the Ragnarok. They created a mobile game. I've been playing that, but I mean, honestly, like I haven't really been playing any games lately. Like I get on and play Path of Exile with Bryant, and then otherwise I just sit in the dark by myself until something happens. Like I've just been so uninterested in video games. And it's not like I don't want to play anything. I just don't want to play anything that I have. I want something new.
You sit in the dark and wait for some. I imagine
like-
Kelsey signs off and then he just powers off his PC
Yeah.
and sits at it.
You know how in movies like there'll be a guy sitting in the theater and then they power off all the lights and he's just alone in the dark? That's me in my apartment.
Okay.
He'll be back.
Quite
in a while.
nice, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, so my mom, when I was in a senior in high school, my mom's stepmom passed away, and she went down to Florida for like originally it was only supposed to be like a week, but it took longer. But at that point, what I did was I got up and went to school, and then I came home, and then I did yard work until it was like 10 o'clock at night, and that's all I did for months at a time.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then my mom left and went to Florida, and it was just me at home by myself in the house. I was so happy for some goddamn peace and quiet. I sat on the couch and stared out the window for 3 hours without moving or saying anything. It got dark. There were no lights on. I'm literally just on the couch like a sociopath, just staring out the window. And then it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I realized I was like, oh, it's dark.
So what only option I had when I was grounded, he does what having free will. I should spit on you. Is my life a game to you, Adam?
Okay.
But I haven't played anything like at all. I think I play Path of Exile where I don't play anything.
Gotcha. Damn, you need a spark in your life. We didn't even get the Stadia, dude. I can't even give you the spark you need. So what?
Just give him the pitch. He's not gonna give a shit. Like just.
It sounds like he
just
doesn't
tell
give
him-
a shit. Yeah, so I'm not gonna bother wasting my energy, dude.
It's like we told him this for like 70 weeks.
I can't hear anything he's saying, so that
I said I like you. You've got the right attitude. I wish more religious people had that attitude.
yeah. All right then, give him back the microphone. Let's finish up this. Adam, do you know what the Inside the Actor Studio is with James Lipton?
No.
Well, basically, it's James Lipton. He interviews famous actors in front of his class. Oh crap! That looked like it hurt. And anyway, at the end of usually his interview or his whatever, he asks them a questionnaire, and he asks all of them the same 10 questions. So I was,
Okay.
for this podcast, for any guests that I have now and for the future, I would ask the same 10 because it's just great questions to ask, and you're gonna get them.
Okay.
All right. So let's get this thing rolling. First question: what is your favorite word?
My favorite word?
Yes, sir. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Exodus.
Okay. What is your least favorite word?
Mark Manthe.
One more time into the mic. Mark what?
Mark Manthe.
Is that a name?
It's a kid I went to high school with.
Okay. What turns you?
I don't really have an unfavorite word because like nothing. You know how some people are like, oh, I can't stand the word moist. Like no words are ever gonna offend me.
Yeah, like
Nicolas
that's
Cage.
Nicolas Cage is probably right up there, dude.
Look at
Nicolas
he
Cage
almost
is
fought
my
me.
most hated
He
word.
almost swung
That's
at me.
what
You
it
saw he
is.
leaned in there?
Yeah, he was aggressive leaning. What turns you on?
What turns me on?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daddy.
You looking for weird shit or like?
I just answered whatever. Hey, whatever came to your mind when I asked you that question.
Bleached assholes.
What?
Brian said bleached assholes.
That's crazy. I wonder if he answered that when I asked him. I forgot.
He probably said Prima guides.
What did he say? Oh, yeah, Brian does get a stiffy from strategy guides. I don't know, titties.
Okay, what turns you
What I got
off?
for you?
Don't say small titties for crying out loud.
Nah, dude, small titties are fine. I'm just happy to be there.
Gotcha.
People who are offended by everything.
Oh, good. Good answer. What sound or noise do you love?
Sound or noise?
Sound or noise? Yeah, you got to think for these, dude.
The
I didn't know this
removal
could
of
be
the
a fucking quiz.
the removal of the dry semen.
It's not a
from
quiz.
Kelsey's eyes.
Go to the next question. Come back.
No, you got to
I don't think
answer
you
before I
heard me.
come back, dude.
I don't think he heard me.
No, he didn't hear you.
Didn't hear you.
I said the removal of the dried semen from Kelsey's eyes. Oh my god.
What was the question again?
What sound or noise do you love?
I love the sound of wings being dipped in ranch.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know they made that sound. That I could
didn't either
audibly
until
hear.
now.
Yeah. What What sound or noise do you hate?
I mean, Nicolas Cage's voice or Buchanan's voice.
Buchanan?
Yeah, this chick I work with, she's the actual fucking worst.
Okay.
Oh, noise that I hate. God damn.
Yes.
I had something on the tip of my tongue and then I lost it.
So you're gonna stick with Buchanan or Nicolas Cage?
I just really hate Nicolas Cage. People think it's a joke, but it's not.
I don't think it's a joke, believe me.
But his hair's a bird.
His hair is a bird.
Oh my god.
I still remember that day we first saw it, dude.
Dude, I had a 6-pack for like 30 minutes. I laughed so hard.
That was a momentous occasion. All right,
I mean,
go for it.
I guess I don't like high-pitched noises, so that.
Okay, that works. Like I know, we got it. High pitch. What is your favorite curse word?
I don't know. The fuck is a great curse word.
Yeah,
Can
it
I
is.
ask you, dog?
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Voice acting, comedy.
Okay, you said voice acting and comedy.
Oh yeah.
Got it. What profession would you not like to do?
I would. If I had to be a painter for more than 8 minutes, I would jump off a fucking bridge. I hate painting so much. Brian almost bought the house that we really wanted when he first moved here.
Uh-huh.
The room was like a pinkish purple. I would never have changed it because I do not want to fucking. I hate painting. I hate painting so goddamn much. It is the worst. It is the worst thing ever. If
He doesn't believe that, Bob.
Brian came to my apartment and painted everything fucking wisdom pink, I would just be like, I live here now. It's fine. I hate it so much.
And the final one: if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Nick Cage didn't make it.
You know, that's actually a good answer.
Yeah, it is. That was funny, bro.
I'm the best. Oh my god.
What would I want to hear if I got to heaven?
Yeah.
I have another answer for him.
What's your other
Yeah.
answer?
Can I see one today?
Whoa, girl.
I don't know. What would you want to hear? I had to read your lips for that.
Why do you have to ask me these fucking questions? I'm just...
Because I thought it was because when you watch that show Inside the Actor Studio, it's just cool to hear their responses. Like his famous actors are on there. Like Bradley Cooper is in that show as a student, and then he comes back as an actual famous actor and goes through the interview. It's cool to see.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's a tough one, huh?
All right, I got it.
Go for
What
it.
I want to hear.
Get that mic closer. Make love to it. Oh, that was too much. That's for the Pornhub stream later.
So when I got to heaven, I would want to hear God say, "Everything tastes like teriyaki."
Okay. Why?
That's my favorite flavor.
Oh, okay. That
I
makes
love
sense.
it so much. I once went to Wings and I asked for teriyaki sauce, and the waitress was like, "We have ginger. It's the same thing." No, it's fucking not.
No, it's not. Why would they insult you like that?
Yeah, I know. That happened to what, Brian? Like 5 years ago. The ginger and on the wings, dude. That happened 5 years ago. That consumes most of my week thinking about that. I'm so goddamn mad about it. I told her, I was like, "It's not the same thing," and she argued with me for like 5 minutes. I was like, "All right, tell you what, make half of my wings ginger, and then come out 5 minutes after you bring them out to me and ask me how they are." She goes, "Okay." Comes back, gives me the wings. Comes back 5 minutes later. How are they? It's weird. They taste like fucking ginger. Not the same goddamn thing. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Like, the audacity to say that to me. Me of all people. Like, I don't know what fucking teriyaki tastes like. I don't want to talk about the chicken.
What?
I can't handle the chicken anymore. Did he tell you the chicken story about Chick-Fil-A?
No.
I went to Chick-Fil-A and I got a chicken sandwich.
Okay.
A deluxe chicken sandwich. It comes with chicken, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and I don't get pickle.
And bread.
So we go to the drive-thru, get the chicken sandwich, get home. I eat my fries. I come back in. All right, open the box. And inside the box is a bun with lettuce, tomato, and cheese on it, and no chicken patty.
Get the fuck out of here.
From Chick-fil-A, man. Like, even if they had just given me the chicken patty, that would have been better. And so I look at Brian and I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm seeing this correctly. Chick-fil-A did not forget the one goddamn thing they were supposed to do. And so we go back in and I walk right up to the counter and there's this girl there. And I go, "So I came in and got a chicken sandwich and this is what you gave me." And she just looks down and then looks at me and goes, "I'm going to get my manager." The manager comes over. She's like a 5 foot tall, 80-year-old woman, maybe 4 feet. Just working there the horrors had made her shrink. Okay, like she is just losing height every day.
It was physical oppression.
And so she goes, "What's the matter?" And I said, "I came here and got a chicken sandwich, and you guys forgot the chicken." And she goes, "Are you kidding me?" I go, "I would not be fucking standing here if I was joking. This is not worth driving back for this joke." And she goes, "This is like the third time this week." And then this woman turns around and goes into the back, and the girl that was the cashier just looks at me and goes, "They're gonna get yelled at." And then all you hear from the back is, "Guys, are you fucking kidding me?" Just screams at these fucking people for like 5 solid minutes and then comes back out and goes, "I am so sorry. We'll get you fresh fries and everything." And I was like, "I don't want the fries. I just want the goddamn chicken." I think about that 3 times a week.
On top of the ginger.
One for every time they didn't give somebody the chicken.
That's fantastic. I would never expect Chick-fil-A to
God.
forget the fucking chicken. Excuse my French.
How do you forget the chicken? You're a chicken restaurant, dude.
It's in the
That's like
name.
It's
Yes.
like a Pizza Hut just gave you sauce.
Like, it'd be one thing if they were like, "Oh, we have a vegetarian option." That's not a vegetarian. They don't have anything vegetarian.
don't have
Everything
bacon.
comes with chicken. Period.
Yeah.
Man.
That's a fantastic story. I'm going to have to clip that story out. goodness. All right, people. If you like stories like this and you want to see Adam on the podcast full time, you can go to patreon.com/ADLRplay and give me money. Oh my god. Or you can go to extralife.com. Oh wow. extralife.adlrplays.com to donate to charity. The proceeds on my page go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children here in Orlando. And as always, go to topics.adlrplays.com to submit a topic for us to talk about in future episodes. Boys, this is a wrap. ADLR Podcast, episode 57. Thank you guys for watching, listening, both. See you guys next week. Bye.
So, Zordan's in the chat. He wants to talk about his question.
His questions, I saw it, but I can't kill. Randall's busy working, and I'm assuming he said further discussion of vampire. What is it?
On whether vampirism supersedes being black.
But he was having that conversation with Randall. He's not here because he's busy working. He has stuff to do tomorrow. So we can table it for next week.
Which culture more? Yes, I don't remember. We had a whole big discussion about it last week. I don't really remember.
It was basically talking about Blade and him being a black guy and him being a vampire. Which culture supersedes the other one in terms, I guess, importance? And I was just saying it doesn't. He's just a black vampire. Both do the same. It doesn't matter.
Vampire.
Yeah, he's a Van Black.
All right. Now we'll see you guys next week. Bye.